Good evening, Crabs fans around the world and around the block. Listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio, Crabs Baseball is on the air. Benjamin Schaefer along with Brandon Dixon. We're excited to bring you all the Rock'em Sock'em baseball action tonight as the Crabs take on the Peloteros. Peloteros from where? Do you remember where they're from? Placer Peloteros. And I guess it was a blowout last night. Brandon,
it was,
is that right?
yeah, and highlighted by 3 home runs and a breakout performance from Kyron Humphreys. The second one, 407 feet onto the ceiling of City Hall.
Wow, nice.
And couldn't happen to a better kid. Was almost mad about walking 3 times the day before. He was seeing the ball really well. Wanted to stay up there for a 5th ball and try to hit if he could, but that's not how it works. So he saved it for yesterday, and bing, bang, 3 home runs.
Well, I'm thrilled to hear that because he was struggling early in the season, and then I left, and I come back, and he's got his batting average over 200, and so that's great news. Let's give you the lineups for the opposing teams. Well, maybe we should wait, so we're already starting the game here.
Yeah, we'll get through the first one with Bryson Shelp on the mound, who's thrown well.
So Shelp pitching, Ariola's catching, Johnson at first, Chapman at second, Harrington at short. Here's the pitch, fastball outside. Want to know? And let's see, I forget who's at third here. Is it Pickett?
It looks like it's, yep.
There's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Smith.
We got Mikey Pickett at third, yes.
Okay.
Who hit a grand slam the other night as well.
Really?
Yep. Got into one, sent it on to the 101. One of a plethora of home runs that have come late in the season for the Crabs.
Sounds like I'm missed a lot of action while I was gone.
Well, the action missed you too. It's good to have you back.
Appreciate that. Thank you. So here's Floyd, the 2-hitter, center fielder. Runner on first, nobody out. Short lead over there. Shelp on the rubber. Kicks and deals. Ground ball out to short.
Exactly
Could
what
be
we want
2.
right there.
Steps on the bag, throws to first, and it's a 6-3 double play.
Shelp's done a great job of when he's able to establish his split finger in the zone and out of the zone as an out pitch. He's done really well. He's pitched in a lot of different roles for the Crabs this year, but has established himself as one of their main starters in the last couple weeks and has earned it, has thrown really well for them.
So what are his main pitches?
Fastball, splitter. He'll flash a slider, cutter. It depends on what they want to call it. I don't try to define it.
Yeah.
But
how does the splitter break? Is that break down?
Yeah, it's going to be like more of a changeup for him, but it's going to break down, straight down in the strike zone. And when he can get it to drop into the zone, it's worked for a pitch he can use to get ahead. And when it drops out of the zone, he's used it as a strikeout pitch.
Mm-hmm. Got a ground ball on it there. So here's Rasselchuk. Wasselchuk, that's a good name.
Great name.
2 away, nobody on. He's the DH in tonight's game, and he takes, I guess that was a fastball outside. So a ball and a strike to count. Just getting started, Crabs and Peloteros.
Which means the baseball players?
The
Is that what we decided on?
Ball players. Yep.
I got a D in Spanish, as I've mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, well, my Spanish was embarrassingly poor in Mexico, and luckily people were very patient with us.
They got to be.
Yes, but I believe it just means ball player.
That's what we settled on the other night. I believe you are absolutely correct.
2-1 the count. And the next pitch. This is inside 3-1. Check out my new Mexico City cap I got at the airport
I know.
today.
I was wondering if you're going to show up in a sombrero, but that's a good-looking hat nonetheless.
Mexico City. I had one from Oaxaca. I asked the guy at the airport if he had one from Oaxaca, and he was like, he just laughed at me. He was like, no. Ball fouled up against the screen.
You got to ask, you know.
I was just curious, you know. I was like, oh, I have a Oaxaca cap at home. Do you have any of those? And he was like, no.
Were you able to get by without our stadium popcorn? Did you survive
I did all
off
right.
tortilla
Yeah,
chips?
actually, they actually had popcorn.
Did they really?
Places, yeah.
Good.
In fact, for a place we went to dinner last night, had popcorn. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounder over backhand. He kicks it, and I think that's a base hit.
And that's a tough play. We've talked about all summer that the Crabs don't really have a starting first baseman.
Oh, yeah, I heard you say that when I was listening from Tula.
If they're swinging it, they're going to get them in the lineup. And they've done a good job of rotating their catchers through that so they can keep guys like Vandenbrink and Ariola in the lineup. But we've seen a couple other guys over there this week, and it's a tricky position to play holding on the runner.
They've
There's
made a lot of good picks, though. I mean,
Yeah.
before I left, there were a lot of saved errors over there. Here's the pitch, and it bounces it up there. No advance because it popped right up in the air. And Ariola's got it.
Well, on that previous ground ball that could have been an out, Schulp's showing that split finger in the zone. That's going to get a ground ball for you every time. Good downward movement on it.
He just pounded right into the dirt.
Did his job to get the ground ball, and he's throwing strikes, and that's all you can ask for.
1-0, popped in the air. Right field could be a tough play. It's drifting, but coming in and making the catch.
Kyron Humphreys, and that ends the inning. No runs. There were 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of half an inning, the Peloteros, nothing. Crabs are coming up. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 107.3 FM. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the first inning for the Crabs. It'll be Chapman, Harrington, and Ariola against, what's this guy's name? His last name is Benson. Ethan Benson.
Right.
And going through the lineup real quick for the Peloteros, they're going to have Timmy Smith leading off, playing first base. They'll have Carson Floyd in right field, batting second. Andrew Whistlechuck, which is a great name, will be DHing and batting third for them. Rain Miller will bat fourth at second base. Their catcher, Dante Ruggiero, will bat fifth. Lamont Buford will follow him in center field. Their shortstop, Cruz Lopez, will be behind Buford. And then Levi Van Patten in left field. And Mac Matigi out at third base, batting ninth for them. And, of course, as we mentioned before, Ethan Benson on the mound.
All right. That name Ruggiero was familiar to me, and I thought it was a ball player, and then I just realized that's a character in The Sopranos.
Yep.
Mr. Ruggiero.
Yep. Might have some family ties. We don't know if he's involved in the mafia or not.
So here's Chapman to lead it off.
But if we did, we wouldn't say anything.
Here's the pitch. Fastball inside.
And we had mentioned last night the Peloteros are running low on pitching, so it could be a little interesting. Their starter got kind of hung out to dry for 10 runs, 5 hit batters, and 5 walks last night.
1-0 is chop foul, wide of third. 1-1.
I kept looking for action down in the bullpen from down in the dugout, and I'm sure he was too, but nobody was up and running.
That's a very bad sign. 1-1 the count, and there's a pitch rides high and inside, 2-1.
He hit 5. Yeah, he hit 5 guys, and I think he had 5 additional walks.
See, that becomes a safety issue at a certain point. Though.
And 10 runs.
Batters,
he
right?
got Manoah right in the head, but it was a 74-mile-an-hour curveball.
2-1. In the air to right field and deep. Going back is the right fielder. Still going back. Looking up. Adios muchacho. Home run. Manoah Chapman to lead off the first inning for the Crabs. That ball just kept carrying.
And if you're going to hit it, that's where you want to hit it. Out to that short porch out and right. Manoah Chapman had a tough Sunday, was showing a little bit of emotion. And then the next couple nights, multiple doubles, a home run here. And, of course, the Bash Brothers greeting from Kyron Humphreys out in front of the dugout. And what could be the start of a long night for the Peloteros.
So 93 off the bat, 352-foot home run.
Harrington comes up, shakes the catcher's hand, shakes the umpire's hand, as always. the Stanford bound.
That's classy.
Yes, it very
cool.
much is.
That's cool. Here's the pitch. And he takes it low and inside.
I don't want to spoil it, but he might be winning an award for the North Coast Journal this year. I know he's probably in contention for some kind of award on Sunday when they hand out their hardware.
The 1-0 misses low. 2-0. Yeah, second to last game of the season tonight. Tomorrow, the finale of the 2026 Crab season.
And I've talked to John Bryant, the third base coach, and at this point of the summer, he's given Alex Harrington a green light out on the base paths.
All right. 2-0 fastball is on the outside corner, 2-1.
And rightfully so.
Next pitch is high.
Crabs entered tonight with 2 of the top 4 stolen base leaders in the PEL, and Colton Boardman and Alex Harrington, and the top RBI performer in Adam Minyard.
3-1. Strike on the inside corner, 3-2.
And it is mustache night here in the ballpark.
For some reason.
They added it late. We had done our voting with the top 5 mustaches. We'll get to that later in the broadcast, I'm sure.
3-2. Grounded in a hole on the left side. Scooped up by the shortstop. Throw to first is a lollipop.
Yeah, not a shot on Harrington there with his speed once you got to go that deep in the hole. But yeah, we gathered the top 5 mustachioed players in what we've labeled the summer of the stash here at Arcata Ballpark. But apparently after they added this to the schedule, they had their own voting, so they might have a different winner than we had, but we did not know that Mustache Night was on the schedule when we performed our votes. But it was a very fair vote, and again, we'll probably get into that later in the broadcast.
Here's Areola. Runner at first, a run already in for the Crabs on the home run by Manoah Chapman.
Really good start. I mean,
Harrington
couldn't be better.
Pretty good lead over there, and as you said, he has green lights, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and inside.
And if he does, it's going to be in the early innings, like I said, with the Peloteros pitching depth. John Bryant might be showing a little mercy in the later innings. But until we get that safe lead, I would definitely, with the infield depth, expect to see Harrington looking for something here.
The 1-0 waved at and missed. That was a pitch low and away, and Ariel looked fooled on that.
Ariel has been swinging it well after Vandenbrink exited for the summer. He's taken on a larger role, but he's done it well. He hits from both sides of the plate, got his first home run the other night.
Ball and a strike to count. Throw to first, and Harrington dives back safely.
But yeah, the poise of Harrington has been really fun to watch all summer. He doesn't seem like a rookie down around the dugout, and he's earned his stripes, if you will, with the players. They don't treat him as such. He's just one of the guys, and he's rightfully so. I mean, he's earned it.
Big lead over there. 1-1 the count. On the ground to first. Over to second, and he throws it into left field. Harrington on his way to third. That'll be an error on the first baseman, Smith.
And a great read by Harrington there, never stopped. As soon as he saw the outfield depth and that ball get away from the shortstop, he just kept trucking. And he finds himself at third
he
here.
Never slowed down even. Yeah, he just gone. All right, so first and third, still nobody out. Here's the Enyart, who, as you noted, leads the PEL in RBIs this season.
Had another good night last night. Again, won't give any spoilers away for the North Coast Journal, but he's probably in line for some hardware this year as well. I would guess the Crabs would award him such as well.
That's hit in the air to center field and deep. Going back is the center fielder, still going back. It's over his head. It's up against the 368 sign. Harrington scores, and they're going to hold Areola at third. That's a stand-up double for Enyart, and Benson already in a heap of trouble out there.
We've been talking about a Yardy party, and then we've also mentioned that, you know, there's lesser versions of it. There's Yardy kickbacks. There's Yardy small gatherings. There's wine night at Yardy's house where he just has a couple friends over. He might have a book club, but that wasn't exactly a Yardy party, but enough to get it done and keep the Crabs in business here with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here's Everett Johnson. Second and third, nobody out. 2 runs already in.
And Everett's been hot. He hit his first
and now
home
he's
run.
taken off for third, and that's strange because there's somebody already occupying third. And so, I don't know. They're going to got him in a rundown, and now he's back to third, and he's going to.
And you got to tag both runners here. Yeah, tag them both. They didn't tag anybody.
They didn't tag anybody.
Still
What
in
is
play.
that? Now they got him. So I don't know what that was about.
We're going to let Liam worry about the scoring on that.
All right, so 1-5. 4-5-4, something like
Everybody got tagged. I can tell you that much.
that. Well, at any rate, he's out for the first out of the inning.
Not exactly a rally killer, but kind of confusing.
Well, strange play.
Yeah, very much
just
so.
took off. I mean, here's the pitch.
Yeah, I would imagine John Bryant didn't put that on.
I wouldn't guess. No, if he did, he didn't notify Areola. That was really bizarre. 1-0 now, the count to Johnson. Here's the pitch. And he hammers that into left field.
Yeah, buddy.
So long. Adios, muchacho.
We had just
2-run
mentioned
blast onto the freeway.
he had been hot, hit a home run the other night, hits another one tonight. And we've saved all of our home runs for the final homestand, which I'm sure the Crabs faithful appreciate. But Everett Johnson went to right center the other night. This time, sends it northbound to the 101. And here is the man from last night, Kyron Humphreys, 3 home runs, including a 407-foot shot off of City Hall. So great to see a kid like that break through.
That was 100 miles off the bat.
Yeah, he hit that one well.
So here he is, Kyron Humphreys. Here's the pitch. And that misses low and inside.
Well, and Liam was just mentioning, at least we're hitting for our runs tonight. We had a lot of walks. Not just this series, but the last couple series, and they'll lull you to sleep. So balls have been in play so far.
The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. I appreciate that. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning to get home.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Yeah, I'm too.
I didn't know if you were going to try to fit your earphones over a sombrero. I didn't know what to expect when you got in the booth.
Up in my mind, I'm still in Mexico, but
you found your beach.
Sap, I love Mexico. I just do love it. Next pitch is fouled away, 2-1. But I did miss the Crabs.
How could you not?
2-1 the count, and I checked in every night, more or less.
We were trying to keep you as informed as possible.
I
Aaron
checked the scores. When
I
could.
Aaron did a great job of dropping you lines.
2-1 misses outside,
and making sure that we provided you with as much information as we could, even if you were watching the YouTube telecast later on, as much people do.
3-1 the count. And that's in the dirt, so.
And he'll walk again. And Kyron, talking to him before last night's breakout 3 home run game, had a game where, and he walked again twice last night, even with the 3 home runs, but had a game prior to that where he walked 3 consecutive times. And on the third one, he kind of looked at the ump like, do I have to go to first? I really want to hit right now. And of course, they made him go to first because those are the rules of baseball. But then he bottled it, and he saved it for last night. And what a show he put on.
Yeah, there's a ground ball, hard but foul.
Pickett a grand slam the other night, showing some pop down the left field line.
So Humphreys over at first, 1 away, 4 runs in for the Crabs.
And Pickett's one of those guys like Fagan and
that's hitting the air to center field. Center fielder coming in on it, makes a slide and a good catch. I think he misjudged it at first.
But they've played multiple positions. Same with Boardman. Those are 3 of the guys that, the Inyarts and the Soreses and the Vandenbrinks get all the RBI glory, but there has to be guys on. So the Harringtons, the Fagans, the Boardmans, and the Pickett's of the world have been the table setters for the Crabs. Manoah Chapman as well.
And Fagan's been great at short.
An amazing play down the line at third base the other night, too. They asked him to do a lot of things, but he's done them all well.
Humphreys fakes over there and pitches outside, 1-0.
Anane was asking me last night if I thought he was standing too close to the plate, and I was like, not compared to some of the righties that we've faced. I've talked about it all summer about establishing that inside corner, and
1-0, popped in the air on the left side of the infield.
we've had to hit guys to do it sometimes, but
Lopez is under it, and that ends the inning. But the Crabs get 4 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and a runner left, and at the end of 1, it's 4-0 Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back. Top of the second inning, Ruggiero, Buford, and Lopez to bat for the Peloteros.
and we talked about it, kind of a lot this summer, is throwing first pitch strikes is the most important thing. I ask the guys sometimes what they think their best pitch is, and they'll try to say it's a cutter or a slider. And I said, nope, your best pitch is strike one. And then the other big thing you want to do is after your team gifts you 4 runs or however many runs, getting that 0 in your half and getting your guys back to the sticks as quickly as possible. If Shelp can get through this inning on 15 pitches or less, that would look really good, and it would keep the defense at attention and keep the bats hot.
It seems like that was a problem a lot for the Crabs before I took off.
It's been our Achilles
heel. They would get
heel.
a lead,
Yeah.
and then they just would kind of lose. Felt like they were losing. They would lose focus.
Well, and it's tough playing against some of these other teams that have had their struggles on the mound. It kind of brings the game to a snail's pace. But that's another thing I always talk about with the pitchers is the pace. And be on the mound, have the hitter waiting on you, and doesn't give them too much time to think about what's coming at them.
Here's Ruggiero, and he takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
We'll take it. Just
more
a
or
bit
less.
outside, yeah.
1-1 the count. And the next pitch, high bounder over to third. Throw to first. 1 away. So far, so good.
And throwing strikes, too, will not only keep your defense in the game, but it'll, especially with summer umpires, it'll keep the umpire in the game. So there's pitches, if you establish a zone and are throwing strikes, you're more likely to get those ones on the corner later in the game. If you've been walking everybody and hitting everybody, you don't really have a shot at getting those calls on the black.
Here's Buford, center fielder, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, outside.
So that pace of play and that consistency in establishing the zone ends up working out for you when you need it.
The 1-0. Low. 2-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Crabs leading 4-0.
Pretty good crowd tonight.
Top of the second. Yeah, well, second last game of the season. People know there's not going to be any more Crabs, so.
We only have so many shots at a big 50-50 too, so.
Next pitch, strike on the inside.
And there's a pitch Shelp hasn't shown too much this summer. It's that slider cutter that he throws, but getting it in and getting effective with it here early.
2-1, swung on and missed.
There's that split finger we were talking about.
That was nasty.
It's not as filthy as Max Hippensteel's. He had a Vulcan change that he threw very hard, a great reliever for the Crabs the last couple seasons.
He was
but
good, yeah.
Similar.
2-2, swung on and missed, got him. That looked like the same pitch.
Good breaking ball there from Shelp and doing exactly what we were talking about, being efficient, being around the zone, and putting up a 0 for his team and their half of the inning.
2-away, here's Lopez, shortstop. Pretty windy night.
It is. It's blowing out to, it looks like left center. Yeah.
And the pitch in the air to center field. Osborne in left center field makes the catch.
That'll do
and
it.
The Peloteros go 1-2-3 in the second. Crabs lead 4-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
Well, as long as we can be quick on our end.
Yeah, really.
We might not be in too big of a.
We're back. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be the 9-hitter Osborne, then Chapman and Harrington for the Crabs, leading 4-0.
And Tristan Giacomini is always down there showing us the bat show.
Flipping.
Yeah.
Getting good at that.
I told him if he didn't end up playing baseball, he could be a drum major.
Or a ninja.
He might already be a ninja. We don't know.
Look at that.
Ninjas don't tell you if they're ninjas or not. That's the thing about ninjas.
That's true. But look at that.
But very impressive.
Look at that. He's really good.
He's gotten better over the summer, too. It's good to see the growth.
I saw him working on it earlier. I mean, that would be deadly with a pair of nunchucks, man.
I don't want to mess with that.
Mess you up.
I don't want to mess with that.
Here's Osborne.
Tommy Gale showing some hustle, making sure he gets out to first base in time. Osborne's been one of those other table setters for the Crabs this year. Has filled in and played a great center field for them as well after losing Casas.
That hurt losing Casas. I think that
really did.
That was a really tough thing to happen to the Crabs early in the season. He was off to such a hot start.
Yeah, him, Miranda, and Vandenbrink have been three of the big losses for us over the season. But even spending some time with his family prior to his injury, he was still leading the team in RBIs and home runs, and that was while healthy, missing 4 or 5 games as well. So it was he was an absolute producer.
1-1 misses inside, right under the hands.
And he played a great center field. He's a Cal State Fullerton kid, and they tend to play great baseball down there, but rolled over his shoulder a little bit and hoping that he's having a great recovery and ready for next season.
Absolutely. 2-1, hit foul. 2-2. I'm getting me one of those Crabs uniforms for the season ends.
You got to do it. We haven't talked about the uniforms tonight, but you guys all know how I feel about the uniforms. Think we look better than they do, that's for sure. I'm not mad at their jerseys. I think it's a good look, but nobody looks better than the Crabs.
2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, got him.
Even when I'm not in the booth, Aaron will text me to ask me if I think we look better than the other team. He waits for the intel. I always oblige. And if Aaron is listening tonight, the streak continues. We look better than them, Aaron.
Back to the top of the order. Here's Chapman, homered in his first at bat. And the pitch is in the dirt.
And the great and legendary board member and photographer for the Crabs, Matt Filar, informed me the other night. I'll finish that thought after the pitch.
A 1-0 hit in the air to center field. Playable. And Buford is there to make the catch. One away.
But I did not know we were wearing our bright red jerseys. And Matt said it's hard on nights like this because I'm colorblind. And I said, I did not know that, but I can tell you with confidence, we are not wearing green jerseys tonight. We kept it safe for Matt. No confusion.
Here's Harrington. Singled in this first at bat, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. A little bit of disagreement among the crowd, but it was pretty much right on the black. It was very slightly outside.
He's got a little expanded zone. He might have seen them last night.
0-1. Way
I
outside.
want to help them out a little bit here.
1-1. I heard we had a rather expanded zone last night.
And a protective beard, great beard, from the home plate umpire Don last night.
1-1 the count.
He did take one.
I used to love to hassle Don when he was a regular umpire.
Yeah, I mean, and he got hit on the wrist last night, and I thought maybe he'll stop calling strikes out of the zone now that his right arm's hurt, but did not happen.
2-1 the count. I just rode him the whole game most nights. 2-1, swung on and missed. 2-2. And then we'd have him up here. We used to interview Don up here all the time.
They're such good sports. I mean, the other day too, one of the umpires came up to me and asked me if he's like, "Are you Brandon?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, maybe depends who's asking. He's like, "Were you on the telecast last night?" And then he started to proceed to explain 5 different calls to me. Apparently, he had watched the telecast after.
2-2 pitch, hit on the ground over towards third.
And he felt like he had some explaining to do.
First is airmailed over there, and that's going to be an error on McTee.
A good job there by Harrington of staying in foul territory and not rounding that corner.
Hurried throw. That's what guys like Harrington do.
They'll force the situation. Like I was saying, a good job of turning the right way. That's just heads-up baseball. Some guys get excited there, and they turn inside that first baseline, and then they're absolutely in play and can get tagged going back to first base. He stayed in foul territory as taught at the youth level. Sometimes some of the college guys forget about some of the basics, but Harrington, a heady play there on the overthrow.
Second error of the game for the Peloteros. Here's Areola. He reached by way of an error. Runner goes. Pitch is fouled over towards the Peloteros dugout.
But yeah, the umpire came up and felt like he had some explaining to do and was telling me about one of the calls and how it was an interference call and it wasn't him calling the guy out at third. And he was being very civil and he was a nice guy. And I just looked at him and said, "Hey, you know what? Umpiring's hard." And I kind of left it at that.
0-1 the count. And the pitch in the dirt.
Well, in this count, in this situation, too, with the heart of the lineup coming up, we just saw Harrington in motion. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in motion again, because if for some reason he does get thrown out, which doesn't happen often, you get to lead off the next inning with the heart of the lineup coming up. So it'll give Areola a reset if that ends up being the case.
The 1-1, fouled behind home plate, not a play.
That one's headed to Souvenir City. Looks like it got beyond the crowd.
A ball and 2 strikes to count. Crabs up 4-0. Bottom of the second inning. If you haven't been into a Crabs game this season,
running out of them,
your chances are dwindling. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, and that's
go.
going to allow Harrington to go to second. He was taken off anyway.
Yeah, like we talked about, he was in motion already. And to be honest, if the catcher caught that, he really had no shot at getting Harrington. The jump he got was really good, per usual. And we said he had the green light. We always talk about the golden rule of not making the first or third out at third, but John Bryant said Harrington's got the green light regardless as long as he's safe, which is a good rule, I guess.
Well, the problem is he's only safe after the green light, so not really.
And when he did the other night is we had nobody out, just got a lead, 2-0. He's on second base, and Aaron had brought that up, and I brought up, hey, you don't want to make before I could finish the sentence, you don't want to make the first out at third. Harrington pretty much walked into third, and which confirmed his green light.
2-2 pitch. Hammered down the right field line. That's going to plate the run. Harrington coming around third. He will score. And the throw comes into home, and the runner's going to go to second, but he is
I don't know if he had
safe.
control of the ball.
Kicked away. They had him dead to rights, but the ball got away from shortstop Lopez. So another run for the Crabs to make it 5-0.
And Ariola's been aggressive. It hasn't worked out for him the way he's wanted in certain situations, but in that one, you're really asking the guy to make a good throw in a good exchange. And with the situation, like we said, in the heart of the lineup coming up, I think that was a smart play right there to force the issue. And now we got a runner on second in scoring position for the PEL's leading RBI hitter in Adam Inyart.
Doubled his first at bat, and there's a pitch away.
Hit that one real well. We like to say to the wrong part of the yard. Had he turned and burned on that, it probably would have gone. But if you hit it out towards the 394, the 368 sign, you just got to see what happens.
1-0. That's our own triples alley out there.
Exactly. Well, especially with the way it jets out from the short porches we have. When you go from 307 down the left field line and 304 down the right field line, and then it goes out to 368 and 394. I don't know what it is to dead center, to be honest with you.
I don't either. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul.
And JB still's got, look at that. John Bryant usually doesn't even flinch, but in that situation, just ducks it casually. He's had so many foul balls hitting at him over his career. He's pretty much a ninja and a pro at this point.
2-1. Ariola out at second. 2 out. A run in. Here's the pitch. Ooh, there's a strike on the outside corner right on the black. 2-2. That was a good pitch.
It was a good pitch. You like to see them throw strikes and earn that pitch, but he's been around the zone enough to where he got that extra inch on that one.
2-2.
That's going to work.
In the center field, that's going to drop. Coming around third to score is Ariola. Enyart with his second hit of the game. And it's 6-0 Crabs.
Adam Enyart.
This concerns me, Brandon.
What concerns you? Just the pace of play, the length of play? If we're going to get out of here tonight?
We're only in the second inning, and there's not a soul warming up in the bullpen out there.
No. At least tonight they're throwing strikes and they're making us earn it. Last night it was the 5 hit batters.
That's
and then
brutal.
The additional walks.
The walks.
The pace of play was just
that's
cringy.
That's awful. That's just awful. That's like baseball hell. Here's
purgatory, if you will.
And fastball misses low and outside.
Everett Johnson homered in his first at bat, homered the other night, starting to heat up towards the end of the summer here. Good to see it. Has played a really good first base. Like we mentioned, they don't really have an established first baseman. It can get tricky out there with all the activity going on around the bag, but Everett's handled it well.
Oh, when he waved at that pitch. 1-1.
Because you're holding on the runner, and then you're shuffling off, and then he got one where a righty fisted it to him, kind of spinning away from him, and he just got done going the other direction, jumping off the bag. I had to go back, and it was a much trickier play than he made it look.
1-1, grounded back to the mound. He kicks off his glove. He's going to get the out. No, and he dropped the ball. Oh, boy. Yikes. Ay. That, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. The pitcher dropped the ball before he threw it to first, and that is going to be an error.
Well, he dropped it. He recovered, but he didn't recover. I thought he recovered. I thought he had it. And then
he recovered, and then he got sick again.
Yeah. Yeah. And he fell back. He fell back off the wagon.
That's right.
Immediately.
He recovered. He dropped it. He recovered, and then he dropped it. And the second drop was more egregious than the first. So here's Humphreys with first and second. Two away.
That's tough with Kyron looming in the batter's
I know,
box
after
as
he
well.
just hit 3 home runs
Yeah.
last night.
You would have loved to get out of it in that spot, but we will see how it works.
So Enyard out at second, Johnson at first. And the pitch. High and outside.
Good take. And Kyron, even in his struggles, has had great at-bats and has walked a lot. He sees a lot of pitches. He works a lot of counts. He's gotten himself in positions to hit, and we saw it kind of come to fruition for him last night.
The 1-0. Fastball away.
And you know he wants to hit right now. When you're hot, you want to stay hot. And, of course, they come out and aren't throwing him anything to hit because that's just baseball. But he'd love to see a strike that he can do something with right now.
From the set, the 2-0 misses inside.
Another good take.
3-0 to Humphreys.
And it's hard when they're working away and in like that. Does a great job of tracking the pitch there after seeing a ball far off the dish and the right-handed batter's box the pitch before. Takes that one in right on the belt for a ball.
3-0. Swing and a miss. Swinging 3-0. He swings right through it.
Well, I would guess he would have the green light today.
I would guess. Yeah. Why not?
If there was ever a day in the summer for Kyron to have the green light, it would be today. If it ain't broke, don't break it.
3-1. Tapped foul.
And pretty much the same pitch, that one dipping away off the dish. It looked like it was a changeup. Kyron's just a bit out in front of it, but again has worked himself into a count where now he's seen it. He's seen those pitches, and I wouldn't go back to that well again if I was the pitcher. He's going to have to get creative here with Humphreys because he's timed him up now.
3-2 the count. Runners take their lead from the set. Here's the pitch. Runners take off. Swung on and missed, and that ends the inning. But the Crabs get another couple of runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left, and at the end of 2, they lead 6-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
How's our pace and stuff so far, Mike?
Top of the third inning, that Patton, McTee, and Smith wheel bat for the Peloteros.
And Shelp in the exact same situation he was in last inning. Gets another couple runs here, has a safe lead. Now I'm just trying to get through this inning on 15 pitches or less, throw strikes, keep your defense engaged, and keep the pace up because you know the Peloteros aren't going to. Although
right.
they do have actual action in their bullpen. I don't know if it means anything, but there are people playing catch. I don't know if it's strategic or recreational, but there is somebody down there throwing.
Well, yeah. Let's hope for the best.
My fingers are crossed.
It's 50% off on T-shirts and such tonight at the ballpark, I'm told. So I see a lot of people buying.
Check out the merch
last-minute
booth
concessions.
down the right field line, close to home plate on the right, on the left field side, I should say. And a great last 2 days to get your merch in.
Got to have your Crabs gear. So here's Levi Van Patten, the left fielder. Left-handed hitter. Shelp at the belt. Here's the pitch. Outside. That looked like a change or something. What was that?
Looked like he's been showing his breaking ball a little more tonight. And with a 6-run lead, why not?
That pitch misses inside, 2-0.
Same one there. Wasn't a splitter. That definitely wasn't his fastball, but it
70 miles an hour.
If he could establish that as a first pitch, it would be a great spot. And again, it's a good time to work on it up 6-0.
2-0. Fastball misses inside. Yeah, 11-mile-per-hour difference between the last two pitches.
Changing speeds well. He just needs to locate it. When he's had issues this summer, that's been it.
3-0. Missed inside, and he walks him on 4 pitches.
Well, now, he started the last hitter with a couple breaking balls. Kind of tiptoed around, kind of tickled the strike zone, if you will. I would go right after him with a fastball here and see if we can get a ground ball and let your defense work.
Absolutely.
9-on-1.
Or that splitter.
I always say a splitter would be great, too, if you can locate it for a strike. But 9-on-1 is some of the best odds you're going to get in sports. And as a pitcher, you always have to keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, that looked like a fastball on the outside corner.
Yep.
Good pitch. 0-1. So Van Patten over at first. It's 6-0 Crabs.
But you want to keep your defense on their toes and not their heels right now.
The 0-1. Whoa, over his head. That was that off-speed pitch again.
Yep. Definitely working more with his breaking ball tonight, and he's got the room to do it, like we said, but got to get ahead.
The 1-1. Swung on a miss at the fastball, low and away. Got him a chase, 1 and 2.
Because now there's, in a 1-2 count, now there's a couple waste pitches, and there's so many ways to get around this hitter. I'm still not trying to strike this guy out. I'm trying to get him to ground the ball to one of our infielders or pop it up to shallow right or something.
The 1-2 swung on and missed, got him. Adios.
But
Happy
if you do
trails.
strike him out, that also works.
1 away. Back to the top of the order. Here's Smith. He singled in his first at bat.
And this is when we say OPA. If you're into acronyms, he is 1 pitch away. Ground ball here gets us out of the inning. Or you can go the long way. A lot of ways to get it done, but strike 1 would be huge right now.
And that one's in the dirt.
They're going a lot with that first pitch breaking ball. Hasn't really been able to establish
Hasn't really
it yet.
located it very well.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's working on it, right? So
It's time to do it. Time of the summer to do it.
the 1-0 misses low and inside.
And what's surprising to a lot of people is they let their catchers, for the most part, call the game. There's not a pitching coach over there dictating things and giving signs to the catchers. When I talk to the catchers, it's mostly their ball game out there.
2-0. Oh, yikes. Strike on the inside. It was not that far off. It was just high and inside, but
Yeah, we'll take it.
but
I do like him establishing that inside edge. You got to do it to the righty and the lefty, and right there you let him know I'm gonna come in on you, and if you can get it 2 inches off the plate and still have it be a strike.
3-0 grounded up the middle. Nice play by Harrington. He tosses to first for the out there as the runner advances. 2 away.
That's a really tricky play there with the second baseman and the shortstop overlapping each other, because you realize at that point neither one of you is going to get to the base
That's
to
right.
transfer
No,
it
yeah,
for
that's
on
right.
the double play.
Yeah.
So if you have it, get it. And that was a really smart play by Harrington to just go and get the out.
Because he didn't even hesitate. He just threw to first.
Well, and once you see Manoah coming across towards him, he knows even if he fields it, he's not going to be able to get it to Manoah at second.
Yeah.
So he came to it and threw it like we always talk about, and a great play.
Here's Floyd, grounded into a double play. And he takes a slider outside. Or, a fastball, I guess. I don't know what it was.
It's another one of those sliders. They're loving the first pitch, breaking pitch. They have not found the zone with it yet, but they keep going back to it.
The 1-0. There it is again. And same result, 2-0.
That one looked more like his split finger. You can tell he's got a little bit of sweep coming off the right-handed batter's box on his breaking ball, and his split finger is going to be more up and down, north to south in the zone.
2-0. He bounces that one up there, and that's going to allow the runner to go to third on the wild pitch. So 2 outs. And a count 3-0.
Definitely think that was a wild pitch because I think it actually hit the plate. That's how we got the hop.
Sounded like it hit the plate.
Yeah. Doesn't bounce off the dirt the same way as it does the rubber dish there. So that one took a big hop.
Yeah, it's more dead when it comes off the dirt.
Yeah.
3-0.
Good spot.
Fastball right on the outside corner, right on the black. 3-1.
And I like the way he's throwing all 3 of his pitches, but I'd like to just see him establish that. Like, just throw your fastball for strikes, and once you get ahead, then you can go to the other ones.
3-1 is fouled out of play. Yeah, it's interesting, like you said, that they're going with the off-speed stuff first.
Well, and they haven't showed that they can time his fastball or that they're on his fastball. So once you get ahead, you can throw whatever you want. But in a 3-0 count, when you have to start throwing strikes with your fastball, it changes things.
3-2 is fouled out of play.
And, again, they can't time that up. It's only coming in at 83 right now. But I would establish that for strikes. Yeah. Establish that for strikes and then get creative after.
3-2. Swings at a pitch in on that. Almost took someone out over in the Crabs, out in front of the Crabs dugout. That pitch was way inside. And he hit it off almost the hands.
We've seen Jackson Kelly do a great job for the Crabs this year with that, where he's throwing both his changeup and his fastball for strikes, and his 82-mile-an-hour fastball ends up looking like 92.
3-2 is outside, so he walks Floyd. Second walk of the inning.
But the most important thing is he's throwing both of his pitches. He'll flash a breaking ball at you, but he's mostly fastball changeup, and it's Tom Glavine-esque. His fastball looks harder than it is, and then he stays around the zone so much that his zone expands in the 5th and 6th innings, where he's getting an inch off the plate that he probably wouldn't have gotten in the first inning had he not been throwing strikes. But like I always say, you earn those strikes, and that's what you got to do being in the zone.
First and third, here's the pitch, and he fouls it off his foot. Wasselcheck?
I believe that's the pronunciation.
Wasselcheck. Yeah. So we thought it was, and that's what it is.
No, I want a waffle.
How much wassail can a wassail chuck? If a wassail chuck could chuck wassels?
Yeah. Wassailing is a Christmas tradition in Great Britain where you pretty much just gorge on food and ale and act cheery and merry.
The 0-1. Why wait for Christmas? This
Yeah.
is inside, 1-1.
Wassailing
Thought that
sounds
was
like a
gonna hit
lot
him.
of fun. I have not done it, but I'm not opposed to it. I will wassail. If anyone wassels out there, let me know. Let's go wassailing this season.
1-1 the count to Wasselchuck. And that's in the dirt, 2-1. Distant relative of the ground chuck.
Good job there by Ariola, keeping it out in front, keeping the runner on third. And even though he's gotten himself in a bit of a jam, still finds himself one pitch away.
Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded over towards third. Nice high hop. Pickett throws to first, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, it's 6-0 Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Bottom of the third inning. Pickett, Wilson, and Osborne in the bottom of the Crabs order.
We had kind of a reverse crab walk competition there, and Antonio Nordman decided to get involved. A good showing. I'm glad he finished safely, but he definitely didn't win.
Got beat by a kid.
Well, 6-year-olds can bend differently than we can.
That's true.
He was probably a long shot, but props to him for showing and going.
That baby over there, I bet that baby could dominate.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, they could.
They can move anyway.
Bend however they want. Yeah.
So here's Pickett, 0 for 1.
I have a 4-year-old that can still put her foot in her mouth.
Well, yeah.
Which is wild.
Amazing.
I tried it the other day, and I have no shot. Putting my shoes on is tough. Yeah.
Here's the pitch.
That'll work.
Hit down the left field line. That's going to drop for a base hit. Pickett's going to take a big turn and hold.
Mikey's had a big couple last games. He had the grand slam the other night. He had a big hit to set up Harrington for the game-winning hit the other night. Another single here. So you're seeing guys like him and Chapman and Humphreys heating up at the right time, and hopefully they can take that to their season when they go back to their schools.
And bring it back next summer.
Exactly.
Here's an on-A Wilson, 0 for 1. Pickett dancing around over first, and Wilson hits one high in the air to center field, near the warning track, playable. One away.
It's one of those ones we were talking about, the wrong part of the yard. We've seen an on-A turn and burn on that and put it towards a 304 sign. I think he has just the single home run this year, but it was down the right field line for sure.
So one away. Pickett holds it first. Here's Daniel Osborne, struck out his first at bat.
And the traditional Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi from the Crabs faithful for Daniel Osborne. Good take.
Way outside. No band tonight, but they will be here for the final game of the season tomorrow.
It's so much quieter when they're not here.
It's a different vibe when they're not here for sure, yeah.
Liam has great playlists, though. Shout out to Liam.
Here's the pitch.
Just bangers only, he says. And I added one from a Goofy movie the other night to it, so now he knows who Powerline is. You're welcome. He's got a deeper catalog. Check it out.
2-0, throw to first. He's back.
I think the actual artist is Tevin Campbell, but in the movie, he is portrayed as Powerline, and I thought Powerline was the coolest guy ever growing up. I wanted to go to a concert, but of course he was a cartoon, and it didn't really exist.
2-0 in the air and deep to left center field into the gap, but playable, and it's Buford out there in center to make the catch for out number 2. We were going to see Harry Styles last night.
Well, then what happened?
In Mexico City.
Well, what do you mean you were? What happened?
We had tickets, but we had to be up at 3 to fly, and we were just tired yesterday. We've been traveling for 2 weeks. I know. I wanted to go.
He's so dreamy. How could you not go see him in concert?
I wanted to see him. We ended up giving the tickets away, but
I'm actually very disappointed.
Here's Manoah Chapman. It was just too late. By the time we'd get there and get home, there'd be no point in even going to bed.
I think the pure exhilaration from seeing Harry Styles. You're gonna cry. You're gonna have goosebumps. You're gonna make your flight.
I actually like Harry Styles quite a bit, but I just was too tired.
Imagine the Harry Styles and Mexico stories you just missed out on.
Well, the stadium he was in was a 65,000 seat stadium.
Oh, it's probably electric.
Yep. So here's Chapman. Swinging and missing.
Well, I'm sure Harry's listening tonight, and now at least you know why the professor wasn't there.
I thought he was going to call and ask where I was, but he didn't. 1-1 pitch. Miss is a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
That's a strike, because the umpire said it was. He's the only one, but that, whatever.
Umpires and official scores are like gods in that way.
Yep.
1-0 was popped in the air. Right
That's a tough
center.
play with the sun.
And
good
again,
job.
So Buford makes all 3 outs in the inning. As Crabs strand a runner, they still lead 6-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 107.3. Stay tuned. Brandon will be along to bring you the middle innings.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back. It'll be Miller, Ruggiero, and Buford in the top of the fourth for the Peloteros. And here's Brandon.
Welcome back to Exciting Crabs Baseball on 107.3 FM. Always brought to you in the Blue Lake Casino booth. Bryson Shelp still on the mound, as the professor mentioned. We got the middle of the lineup coming up with Rain Miller, Dante Ruggiero, and Lamonte Buford. Shelp's done a good job tonight of getting zeros for his team after they score runs. Kind of pitching backwards. Has been flashing his breaking ball more tonight than he has all summer. It'd be nice to see him establish the fastball here and get ahead. But whatever he's doing has been working. He's only given up 2 hits. And Rain Miller will step in. Bryson will look in from the belt.
It looks pretty cool on TV. We really wanted to go, but yeah, we were just tired.
He'll miss up high with the fastball there, 1-0. Shelp's been asked to do a lot this summer. Has had a kind of a breakthrough summer for the Crabs. Pitching in relief, pitching in doubleheaders, getting a start here and there. Mostly a starter his last couple outings. From the belt, strike 1. 1-1, that one a fastball on the outside corner at 80 miles an hour. Evens things up. The sun is not at the most brutal it's going to get tonight, but it's getting there. Shadows starting to creep over the infield. Shelp from the belt. That ball misses just low. Ruggiero to follow. A line drive, and that's going to be snagged. A great play by Alex Harrington, who's played outfield, he's played infield, he's batted leadoff, he's batted 8th, he's done a little bit of everything, and he flashes the leather that you'll be able to see at Sunken Diamond this year at Stanford University. Has not played a collegiate game yet, but has shown out at his collegiate debut here in summer ball. Dante Ruggiero will stand in, and after a great play by Harrington, Shelp delivers. Strike 1. Went back to that breaking ball on the first pitch. This time he gets it over. Good to see. Love it. From the belt, Shelp looks in. Just a bit outside. That'll even things at 1. Lamont Buford waiting on deck. Cruz Lopez in the hole. Shelp from the belt. Good breaking ball, kind of fisted out towards first base. Tricky play, good job there. Everett Johnson dealing with the spin, gets it over, and a good job by Shelp of getting over to cover the bag. And we've got 2 away quickly, and exactly what you're looking for from Bryson Shelp. That will bring up Lamont Buford. He'll be swinging out a left-handed box. Shadows creeping in pretty quickly now. We're getting towards that. Yeah, I can see Mikey Pickett over at third. The sun's hitting him. Strike one with another one of those first pitch breaking balls. Ariola's committed to that. They've stuck with it, and it's starting to pay off. They're finding the strike zone with it as Shelp looks in with the 0-1 count. That one looked like a split finger away for ball one. So 1-1, and it happens quick. Now the left side of the field as Pickett shades his eyes. That ball misses just inside to move to 2-1. But it only takes minutes here at Arcata Ballpark sometimes. You can see it's usually right around when the shadows get out towards the break of the dirt of the pitching mound. A swing and a miss there for strike two. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Shelp looking to throw up another 0. And hopefully get us into the dugout so their defense can deal with this sun. Shelp comes set, looks in. Strike 3. Struck him out with a good split finger there to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Bryson Shelp. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's going to be 6-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball here on 107.3 FM ESPN Radio. Welcome back to Arcata Ballpark. This is Brandon Dixon bringing you Exciting Crabs Baseball on 107.3 FM. So far, Crabs in control, headed into the bottom of the fourth. Same pitcher on the mound, 6-0. Looks like we're going to have Alex Harrington coming up to the plate, I can tell, because he's doing calisthenics and jumping up and down on the sideline like he always does. I get tired just watching the kid sometimes. But we have Harrington, then we'll have Jason Ariola, Adam Inyart, and Everett Johnson. So the heart of the lineup coming up, looking to tack on for your Humboldt Crabs here. Tommy Gale makes his way out to first. And we are ready to rock here in the bottom of the fourth from Arcata Ballpark. The pitch from the belt. Just inside, Harrington takes 1-0. Pitcher comes set, delivers 2-0. Good job of Harrington showing patience. And that's what he's really showed over the last couple of weeks as well as he's heated up. They had him bunting a lot to kind of break things open for him. He started swinging it a lot, and he's just had better at-bats overall.
He is a really good bunter.
That one gets away from the catcher. It's going to be 3-0. But he's used it as a kind of a slump busting mechanism and seeing pitches and bunting the right pitches and being productive with it, both for base hits and sacrifices. That one called a strike on the inner half, says the umpire. It'll be 3-1 to Harrington. From the belt. That ball's popped up. It looks like it's going to get out of play. It's coming back towards the catcher, and he's not going to be able to get to it.
Just foul ball.
We'll rule that one a foul ball. Nobody actually got a glove on it, although there were 3 Peloteros
Would have thought someone would
in the area, but nobody touched it. It's like there are fans. Our fans do that with foul balls.
Our fans cower from foul balls.
I've been encouraging them to bring their gloves to the yard. From the belt. And he got him. Breaking ball in the dirt. Catcher does a great job of tagging Harrington, which can be tough because he gets out of the box quick, but we'll have one away with Jason Ariola coming to the dish.
It's an established fact that the Crabs fans are the worst fielding fans.
Well, nobody brings their gloves to the park anymore. That used to be a thing. I remember
I
walking
never went
up,
to a park without my gloves.
Yeah, in the 90s, walking up the Jetway in a stadium, and everyone has their gloves. We did see a great effort from a young lady the other night. She caught it off of a one hop, and we counted it. Ariola looks in as strike one is delivered, and he pops it up. That might be trouble out there, kind of in the golden triangle. The right fielder will call him off. Out number 2. But she did. She saw the ball coming right at her. She stood up. She held her hands out. She pulled them back quickly, and then as soon as it hit the stand, she grabbed it, and I said she earned that one. That'll bring to the plate Adam Inyart.
2 for 2 tonight.
2 for 2 has become a Crabs legend in his 2 years here. Key to the city stuff. Might not pay for lunch here anymore. He'll take ball 1 down and in. And the fans definitely looking for a yardie party right now. Pitcher stands in now, looking through the shade. Inyart will ground that one foul. And we'll have a 1-1 count with 2 outs. 6-0 Crabs here in the 4th. 7 hits for them, 2 hits for the Peloteros. But more walks and 3 errors for the Peloteros has helped the Crabs' case. Ball 2, taken low and away there. Inyart finds himself ahead in the count.
The errors have definitely cost the Peloteros tonight.
And now it looks like the left fielder's having a hard time with the sun. That one comes in, ball 3. We've mentioned all year, Inyart really patient at the plate. Sometimes the umpires get the best of him, putting him in tough counts with some of their calls, but he always has deep at bats and sees a lot of pitches. And he'll have another one here and he'll walk. But whatever he's doing, he's working. He leads the league in RBIs and is hitting .360 coming into today. His 2 for 2 effort is only going to add to that. And up to the plate will come Everett Johnson, who has been hot, a home run in last night's game, a home run in tonight's game. He's just hitting home runs.
He's also reached on an error tonight.
And doing a good job, again, playing kind of a tricky first base over there sometimes, but he's done really well, especially if that's not your natural position. Strike 1 delivered to him. That one did catch the zone. The fans obviously going to be on the umpire, but I can vouch for him, at least this time. He gets a get-out-of-jail-free card for strike 1. The pitcher from the belt throwing in the shadows now to Everett Johnson. That ball's grounded to third base. A shot at and he biffs it.
I don't know where his head was. It looked like he was looking towards the dugout. It was like he was looking away from the ball.
And I wonder,
I guess he couldn't see very well.
I don't know what the sun situation is. At least he had his sunglasses on. It's hard to see them struggle with the sun while they have the sunglasses on top of their hat.
Yeah, right, really.
But that looked like what could have been a tailor-made double play, but instead the Crabs will have runners on first and second to the guy that hit 3 home runs last night, Kyron Humphreys.
It did look like he was trying to avoid looking into the sun.
Yeah, it's getting tough out there. I'm glad they're on defense. Kyron Humphreys will look out at the first pitch as the pitcher comes set. That ball's hit well. It's going to go foul.
That was yanked.
But Kyron, as we mentioned, has been seeing the ball well. 6 RBIs, 2 walks, and 3 home runs last night. He walked 3 times the night before. So he's seen a lot of pitches. They finally gave him a couple to hit last night, or a trio to hit, I should say, and he got all of them. And we'll see if he can deliver here for the Crabs from the belt. And he got him with a good breaking ball there, strike 2. So Humphreys down 0-2 with 2 outs, but there still are 2 Crabs on the bases and a chance to capitalize off that error.
Forward progression of the fire has been stopped.
from the belt. Humphreys takes that one low, and Everett Johnson and Adam Inyard not on the same page,
Oh,
but it doesn't
boy.
matter. The catcher throws it into center field,
Ay, ay, ay.
and I guess that's E2, but can you give runners errors?
Yeah, really.
Okay, I would give our runners, that's our second running error of the game.
You can make them run laps.
But in any event, Kyron Humphreys will have a 1-2 count. Or was that the second ball, or that was the first ball? So 1-2, 2 outs, 2 ducks on the ponds, or crabs on the rocks, or whatever you want to say. There's 2 runners in scoring position for Kyron Humphreys.
Oh.
And a good breaking ball to get him there and end the inning. So the Crabs reach on a couple errors and a walk. Now 5 errors for the Peloteros. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. You're listening to Exciting Baseball on ESPN 107.3. And welcome back to Arcata Ballpark. This is Brandon Dixon bringing you exciting Crabs baseball on 107.3 FM ESPN Radio. We'll have Cruz Lopez, Levi Van Patten, and McTighe is the pronunciation on that. Lots of letters to spell out McTighe, but we did get that clarification, so we don't have to get the email. Bryson Shelp still on the mound. He's thrown up 4 straight zeros, looking for his 5th scoreless inning. And if you've been watching Bryson Shelp in his last several outings, that has been a theme. He's thrown up a lot of zeros, and he's done a great job for the Crabs. Might find himself in North Coast Journal Pitcher of the Year contention. Couple guys on the mix we have not decided yet. Bryson comes set and from the belt. Ball 1 outside to Cruz Lopez. So a sloppy inning that didn't really result in anything for us. On the base paths, on the field, just sloppy. It's that time of the summer. Shelp delivers, strike 1. So a 1-1 count. It looks like our third baseman has found the shadows. So that works. We'll take it. They continue to creep out towards left field. I think the left fielder's the only one that has real issues right now, if any. Shelp looks in. The 1-1. That one misses just a bit outside to go 2-1. That's been a strike tonight. It wasn't that time. But that's baseball. Shelp looks in. Ariola gives him the sign. We're ready to go from the belt. Outside again. It's going to be 3-1. Shelp looking to throw up another 0. Hasn't done a great job of working ahead of hitters tonight, but has done a good job of getting out of any jams that he's gotten into. Has gotten the pitches he needs to when he needs to. And that one inside for ball 4. And it might just be the pitcher in me, but I might have just drilled him there. I'm going to walk him anyways. I'll let him know that I got that inner half of the plate. But he did a good job of moving his feet nonetheless. Now he knows that we're going to go in there. We got a runner on first base for Levi Van Patten. Shelp looks in. The pitch. Strike one. 81 miles an hour on the inside corner from Shelp. Good job getting ahead. So Van Patten will be followed by Mac McTighe, which now that we're pronouncing his name right is a great name. Good breaking ball there for strike two. He's been highlighting that slider or sweeper or whatever you want to call it more tonight. Usually predominantly a fastball split finger guy. He'll look in here with a 1-2 or 0-2 count from the belt. He got a check swing there. They're going to look down. He's going to call a strike. They're going to say he went. Strike three. Good job by Shelp, and he finds himself one pitch away. Opa from getting out of the inning. Somebody is playing some kind of a flute in front of the booth. Never had one lesson. Mac McTighe will come to the plate. Shelp with one out and a runner on first will look in. Throw down from Ariola. Good save by Everett Johnson down there at first. And that's what we were talking about. It can get tricky at first sometimes because you're shuffling away and then they can throw back and you're holding the runner on, and they call third base the hot corner. I think first base is kind of the trickier corner. Shelp will deliver. Fouled back. We're trying to figure out if the ump said he went around, but he didn't on the first pitch. So it will be 1-1 with one out. Here in the top of the fifth, Shelp looking for his fifth consecutive scoreless frame. Shadows taking over the infield now. That ball fouled back out of play. And Shelp is ahead. 1-2.
My scorebook's out of order here.
We'll
what did
get it.
Lopez do? Lopez let it off, right?
Yeah, he walked.
So Lopez walked. And then Van Patten struck out, right?
That's right. And a good pitch there. Another splitty out of the zone from Bryson Shelp to strike out number 32, Mac McTighe, and that'll bring up Ethan Benson before turning over the lineup to Timothy Smith. Shelp looking to get through his fifth scoreless inning. Crabs leading 6-0 here.
This is Smith. Benson's the pitcher.
Oh, so we have rolled it over.
Yeah.
So we're back to the top of the lineup with Timothy Smith.
If we played baseball the way it was supposed to be played,
yeah, I'm sure Benson would love an at bat.
We would not be rolling it over. But unfortunately, they ruined the game by instituting the DH.
And AstroTurf and amongst other things.
DH was the beginning of the end.
Here we go.
It's all the Crash Davis rules is what I call them. That ball laced into left field, and that's going to be a single for Smith. Sat on that pitch well and lined it right through the 6-hole.
I mean, really, night baseball was the beginning of the end. But
Carson Floyd will come to the plate. Well, you know, they made everything so expensive. You got to go to work. You used to be able to skip work and go to baseball games.
That's true.
Now you got to work and then go to baseball games. And if you're a Dodgers fan, you got to work and then sit in traffic and show up in the 6th inning.
My great aunt Charlotte never stayed at a whole Dodger game. When I was a
Line
kid.
drive there. Harrington thinking about going the short wood to third, but he'll throw over to first. Smart play. That'll get him out of the inning. One hit, no errors, no runs. Another scoreless frame from Bryson Shelp. You are listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball on 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Arcata Ballpark. This is Brandon Dixon, and you are listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball on 107.3 FM. I'm sitting here with the professor, and we do have a pitching change. Professor, who's the guy on the mound?
0, Skylar Olson, right-handed pitcher.
So the starter did a job. He got him to the 5th. 6 runs. 8 up some innings for him, if you will.
Looks like they added 3 players to their roster since last night, Olson being one of them.
Got to do it. Emergency call-ups at this time of the year.
Yeah.
We're going to have Mikey Pickett leading things off. He'll be followed by Anane Wilson and Daniel Osborne as they hope to set the table and turn things over to Manoah Chapman.
Coming to bat for your Humboldt Crabs, number 13, Mike Pickett. Taking the mound for the Peloteros, number 0, Skylar Olson.
Pickett a hit earlier in the game, a grand slam earlier in the week. Has been heating for the Crabs. A game-setting single a couple nights ago. He'll take ball 1 outside. We've seen some of these Crabs starting to heat up, and that's good for their college teams and a great way to end the summer. The pitch. Ball 2. And we're getting to that point of the game where there have been enough beers to where the crowd might start losing their patience with the relievers.
They don't have a lot to begin with.
No, it's a short leash. That ball outside 3-0, and he's not doing himself any favors. And I'm starting to hear it already. I'm sure it's getting picked up on our mics. You probably hear it on the radio or at home. 3-0 to Mikey Pickett. That one right down Main Street. 75 miles an hour for strike 1. And now Pickett's seen him. Let's see if he's ready to turn and burn. Pitcher comes set from the belt. That ball's laced into the alley. Well, that's going to get down for a single, and they're going to hold Pickett at first. Thought that might be the case. Didn't think it had enough juice on it. Kind of had a loft to it. Wasn't one of those ones with a trajectory that was going to hit and scoot to the fence. We've got a nice turf out here at Arcata Ballpark, so sometimes it can play Velcro and the ball sticks to it, and that's what it did there. Sets down and nestles for a single. Anane Wilson will come to the bat. Nobody out. Mikey Pickett on first base. Ball 1, and now the wave has started.
Not the wave. I hate the wave.
Oh, and the professor's irked. Liam's irked. Now I'm irked. It's a irk sandwich, and I'm just caught in the middle. And of course they'll pick over to first to extend the wave.
I don't know. I think if you're going to go to a ball game, you should just watch the game. I guess that's mine.
Yeah, I thought it was more of a hockey thing, but here we are. 1-0. Right back up the middle, Anane Wilson's going to have a hit. Mikey Pickett's going to scoot from first all the way around to third, and the Crabs are in business here in the 5th. First 2 hitters reach. Good job by Anane of going right back at the mound.
Right over the
middle.
bag.
So nobody out. Here comes Daniel Osborne.
0 for 2.
And a great job to our Batgirl, who's wearing a bright pink helmet tonight, looking very, very classy
That's
out
hip.
there.
That's very hip.
Number 15, Daniel Osborne.
Osborne's due here. A little dying quail over the second baseman's head, if you will, would do a lot of damage here. But let's just keep people moving on the bags. From the belt, that ball's lined. We'll see if it gets down. The center fielder's going to catch it, but that's going to do the job. In comes Pickett from third. 7-0 Crabs. And a sacrifice fly for Daniel Osborne. That will turn things over to the top of the lineup for Manoah Chapman. We've got Anane Wilson on first. 1 down, 7-0 Crabs here in the 5th. Chapman has been heating up of late. He had a game a week or so ago where he was a home run short of the cycle. Went through a mini slump, a micro slump, if you will, and then ball 1 outside. Bounced back with a couple gappers, a couple doubles to to reheat.
He was playing well when I left.
He's played pretty well all summer. Like I said, it was kind of a micro slump. It wasn't anything crazy. He was mad about it, but that's baseball players.
Yeah.
Ball 2 in the dirt.
Doesn't feel micro when you're in it.
No. It feels like forever. So a runner on first, 2-0, 7-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. We've tacked on one more. Harrington on deck as Manoa Chapman looks out. The pitch, that ball flown high into center field. Looks like he has a read on it. And that's going to be out number 2. Two outs. There we go. And that'll bring up college breakout, Stanford-bound rookie Alex Harrington. Has earned his stripes this summer. Very versatile, played outfield, played infield, steals bases, bunts, squares to bunt there, right on contact or on cue. The throw down to second, and they're going to call him safe. I don't know if there was a bobble in the exchange or what happened there. It looked like the throw beat him. But right on cue, Harrington squares to bunt. With 2 outs, I'm not sure that'll still be the plan with a runner on second. Harrington twirls the bat and looks out towards the mound from the belt. That'll be a strike. That'll even things up 1-1. So if you're just joining us, it's 7-0. 5 errors for the Peloteros, several walks. 9 hits for the Crabs, 3 for the Peloteros. Alex Harrington, ground ball to the shortstop. Eats him up, and that's not going to work because Harrington has wheels.
Oh, I think that's a hit. Took a bad hop.
And the 6th error.
I called it a hit.
The professor called it a hit. I might agree with him. That took a tough hop, but and we're gonna show mercy and we're gonna reverse the call.
Could have gone either way, but
yeah, that one jumped up and hit him right off the collarbone. Yeah.
There, yeah. I mean, the rule's ordinary effort, right? So
Jason Arriola will come to the plate now. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. But at the same time, if he comes in on that ball the way he's supposed to comes to it and through it,
no, it's true. Yep.
Then it doesn't eat you up.
Yep.
So we might have to rethink this in between innings. Because he did sit back on that and let it eat him up a little bit, but it did take a terrible hop. But mercifully, we will call it a hit for now. Everyone's trying their best out there. Arriola, runners on first and third with 2 outs here in the 5th. A pick over to first to check on Harrington, and rightfully so. We got the heart of the lineup coming up with 2 outs. Let's see if Harrington's in motion. The infield depth shows that he's got a shot at second base. They're playing him deep. That ball's hit well by Arriola. Drifting back, and sayonara. That one goes over the scoreboard. A 3-run shot by Arriola. His 2nd home run of the season. And the Crabs will go up 10-0. And the wheels are starting to fall off for the Peloteros right now.
Well, I think the wheels already fell off. I'm pretty much the undercarriage is coming off now.
There might have been one left, but it was a spare tire. It was like one of those ones that looks like a bike wheel.
I think we're down to the undercarriage now.
They're like, you've got 30 miles on this thing, and then you drive it for 2 weeks, and then it goes out, and they're like, we told you. It's a spare for a reason.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Adam Inyart, and things do not get any easier here for the Peloteros. The pitch. Hangs that breaking ball, and he's lucky to get away with it. That one's going to drift to the right field foul line, get out of play off of the snack shack.
We used to have a mercy rule in this park.
Yeah, we don't have one of those this year.
No, we don't. Not in a long time.
I've sat through a couple of them.
It came in handy He had it.
And I don't, I know everyone wants to watch a lot of games and get as much crabs as they can, but if we get to 16 here, I don't think anyone's going to be chanting, "Let them play."
No, I don't think so either. Yeah.
Inyart looks in, 0-1 count. Fouls that one off his foot. 0-2 with 2 outs. So 10 runs, 10 hits. Areola, a 3-run shot. We had a shot from Everett Johnson. And we've had a lot of home runs.
Chapman.
Manoah Chapman hit a home run to lead off the game.
Johnson.
Yeah. We've had a lot of we've saved all of our home runs for what would have been the championship series. Inyart sees that one break. Hits it to the wrong part of the yard. The center fielder will corral it. That will end things, but the Crabs will tack on 4 in their half of the 5th. You're watching exciting Crabs baseball here on 107.3 FM, ESPN Radio. Welcome back to Arcata Ballpark. This is Brandon Dixon with the Professor on ESPN Radio 107.3. Another big inning for the Crabs. 4 runs, highlighted by a 3-run shot from Jason Areola. Bryson Shelp going out for his 6th scoreless inning in a row if things go right for the Crabbies. He's thrown great tonight. He's thrown great his last several outings. And let's see if we can get a quick 0 and keep the ball rolling here for the Crabs. Shadows are not an issue anymore. The lights have come on here at Arcata Ballpark. Looks like there is some activity starting to stir. I couldn't imagine they'd let him go too long, not because of a lack of success, but just because it's summer ball. It's the last week.
Most of these guys have a pitch limit. Don't
Yeah,
they?
pitch count, innings limit. I'm not sure what he's at tonight, but he's been pretty efficient. Only 4 hits. And we'll be ready to go.
He's walked 1, 2. He's walked 3, I think.
So 3 walks. How many strikeouts do we have?
Let's see.
And we'll have Rain Miller.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts.
Or this is Wasselchuk. So Andrew Wasselchuk. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Peloteros. That ball's fouled back for strike 1. And we are underway here in the top of the 6th.
Wasselchuk 1 for 2.
Has not gone wassailing yet. We got to the bottom of the definition of that thanks to a Claymation Christmas and my knowledge, which that ball fouled back for strike 2. I try to get in as much as I can because I call games with guys that are all professors, and I just call baseball games.
Well, that was a bit of knowledge that I did not possess myself. So.
That's the first time I've had the upper hand on anything. I got a guy that runs a debate team and another professor sitting next to me. Shelp looks in. And a big hop there, and that'll get over Harrington's head in the left. That's going to be a base hit. A lot of weird stuff going on out at short the last couple of nights.
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen some hops. We've seen some balls that hit and scoot under the gloves, but not really true reads out there for the shortstop in any way, shape, or form the last couple nights. And we've seen a little bit of everything. But that'll bring to the plate Rain Miller. Wasselchuk, a single. Bryson Shelp looks in from the belt. Stares over at Wasselchuk. Looks in, ready to deliver.
Scrutinizing my choice of
Another hop. Harrington. And they will not get Miller at first. Too slow and too big of a hop to turn the double play there, but they do get the lead runner at second.
That was very much like the base hit.
Yeah, they played him just at a little bit different of a depth there. In anticipation of the weirdness that we've been experiencing out there. So well played on the Crabs' part. A good turn by Harrington. But the runner will be safe at first, and that'll bring up Dante Ruggiero. First pitch, ball one outside. Shelp looking to finish up here. We'll see how long they let him go. He's been efficient. He'll look in for the pitch from the belt. Ground ball, and that looked foul. They have not made a call yet, but it looks like they're going to call it fair.
I think it was fair. I think it went right over the bag.
All right. Squeaks in. Crabs faithful letting them know what they think. Per usual.
We already know what they think.
In any event, runners will be on first and second with one out, and that'll bring up Lamont Buford. Shelp still one pitch away. He's gotten the ground balls he's wanted all inning. So he's doing his job. Ball one outside. First and second, 10-0 Crabs. Shelp looks in. That's a ground ball. That might be exactly what he needs. Manoa Chapman over to Harrington. Harrington to first, not going to be in time. Actually does a cycle move and tries to see if he can pick the guy rounding third too much. Heady play again by the Stanford-bound senior, Alex Harrington. Kind of deked the throw to first, spun around, and was hoping that he might get the runner at third base leaning down the line a little bit. Not the case, but runners on first and third now with two outs, and Shelp still one pitch away as Cruz Lopez cruises to the plate. See what I did there?
That's good.
Thanks. Pitch one is a split finger fastball down on the zone. Misses in the dirt. Good job of Ariola by keeping it in front of him. I've noticed with this umpire, who I spoke to the other night about correcting some of his errors, he wanted to atone, but he likes to dust the plate off a lot.
He wanted to atone, or he wanted to or claim they weren't errors in the first place?
Oh, it was a lot of explaining, but it wasn't a lot of changing of my mind. I just nodded and told him that being an umpire is hard. He was very civil. He was a class act about it. Very nice guy. But I was warming up the great Aaron Donaldson. Strike one there from Shelp, 2-1. So I was preoccupied. We were playing catch before his first pitch.
Oh, uh-huh.
And he came up, and I ended up talking to him, the umpire, quite a bit afterwards. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. But I didn't really know what to say. I guess he had gone back and listened to the telecast, and he wanted to clear some things up. So I was all ears. That's in there for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild here in the top of the 6th inning. Runners on first and third. Cruz Lopez at the dish. Bryson Shelp on the mound. 10-0 Crabs. Shelp from the belt. That one's going to get away from Ariola. The runner will advance to second, but they're going to keep the guy at third. Now, runners on second and third. That will be ruled a pass ball. So second and third, 3-2, 2 outs. Shelp still 1 pitch away. Cruz Lopez looks out. I'm not sure what color that bat is. It's like a grayish
Kind
purple.
of a silver almost.
Yeah.
Like a
Silver's probably a good word for it. That ball will miss low, and that'll put him on. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 outs. Tommy Gale's going to walk out to the mound, it looks like.
We got a right-hander warming in the pen for the Crabs.
Thanks for bringing the vibes and keeping the hype.
And they mentioned it's mustache night here at the ballpark. This looks like just a mound visit to settle Shelp down. Doesn't look like a pitching change, but maybe giving the guy down in the pen a chance to loosen up. But once we get into later innings, I will tell you about the mustache competition and the vote that we had for at least my vote and the players' vote the other day. They might have had another vote today, so we might have multiple mustachioed winners. But we did have a vote with the top 5 mustachioed players the other night, and we'll give you an update on who won that. Levi Van Patten steps in now with the bases loaded. Shelp from the belt. Strike 1. Good split finger there to start things off. Got that one over. Shelp looking to deliver again. Stares in. The pitch. Another one of those breaking balls. Misses down and in. That will even things up at 1-1 with 2 outs. Shelp can make this all go away with a pop-up or a strikeout or a ground ball or a strike in general. Strike 2, fastball in the inside half. Good pitch from Shelp.
Blew that right past him.
So 1-2 now. Shelp in the driver's seat. Van Patten stares out at Shelp. Shelp stares at him. The pitch. Got him.
Nice. Nasty.
Great pitch from Bryson Shelp. Might be his last of the night. We will see. But gets out of a bases loaded jam. It's still 10-0 going into the bottom half of the 6th. You're listening to exciting Crabs baseball on 107.3 FM ESPN Radio. Welcome back to the Blue Lake Casino broadcasting booth with the professor. This is Brandon Dixon on ESPN 107.3 FM. And another Crabs blowout is in the works. 10-0. 4 runs in their last half of the inning. Looks like we have the same pitcher for the Peloteros out there. What was his name again?
0, Skylar Olson.
Skylar Olson still throwing. And we will lead off with Everett Johnson, who is homered in consecutive nights. And we'll look to stay hot here.
Been on base 3 times tonight, twice by way of an error.
Been a lot of those. They've got 5 of them. Could have had a 6, but we showed mercy.
Could have had a 6. Could have gone either way. I'm feeling magnanimous. Just coming back from vacation.
Yeah, you're very zen tonight, so that's good. It's good for them. Yeah. You look tan. You look great, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Johnson takes ball 1 low. Breaking ball laced in the left field. That's going to be a single for Everett Johnson. And he stays hot. Another one of those Crabs hitters that's really found his stroke here in the last week. And that'll bring in, speaking of a Crab that's found his stroke in the last week, Kyron Humphreys, homered 3 times last night. has walked a bunch. Struck out earlier in the ball game. Would love to see him put bat to barrel right now.
0 for 2 tonight.
The pitch from the belt, he's going to check over on Johnson at first. He'll dive back in safe.
Keep that all-important 11th run.
Yeah, you got to protect that 11th run out
Close
there.
over there at first.
Yeah. The pitch from the belt to Humphreys. Ball outside.
I mean, once you get to 11, the game's pretty much out of, I mean, that really.
Yeah, it's definitely not 10.
That really tears it.
It's never, you never feel safe at 10-0. But when you get to that 11th one.
11th, that's really
Then you feel nice and cozy.
That's the killer.
Yeah. Kyron Humphreys, 1-0 count. A good breaking ball there. They don't check to see if you went. The umpire just said, hey, man, you went. So it's going to be strike one. Humphrey stands in. 1-1 count, nobody out. Evan Johnson on first. 10-0 Crabs. Mustache night. 5 errors for the other team. I think that pretty much sums it up. If you haven't been listening or watching, you are all caught up.
If you are listening or watching, you've got a lot of free time on your hands.
We've had 3 home runs from the Crabs. Ooh, and Kyron's going to want that one back. That'll even things. Or is it 2-1 or 2-2? Yeah, 2-2 now. Ooh, gets him with the same pitch, strike 3. So he'll strike out. Fall to 0-3 on the night. Mikey Pickett will come to the plate. So we've had Areola, Chapman, and Johnson all homers tonight. From the belt to Mikey Pickett. There's that same breaking ball he got Kyron Humphreys on. He hung it a little bit. And Pickett fouls it off down the first baseline. Good play by Tommy Gale. 0-1 count, 1 out. Johnson gets his lead at first. The pitcher looks in. The pitch. Just outside, and it's going to even things at 1. We have a birthday celebration happening in front of us as Pickett looks out at the mound. That ball's hit high and deep. I don't know if it has enough to get out. It looks like the center fielder's got a good read on it. Out number 2, back to first base goes Everett Johnson. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Anane Wilson. And cowbells from the fans.
That is an old tradition here, the cowbell.
Yep.
Randy Robertson.
Cowbell.
Randy Robertson, who was president of the Crabs at one time and was a Crabs fan for like 50 years before he moved, I think, over the hill. Anyway, always had a cowbell. He always sat right kind of
it was contagious. 0-1 now to Anane Wilson after taking a breaking ball in the outside corner. Same pitch, just misses away.
And Randy ruthlessly hassled the umpires every single game.
Well, if you have a cowbell, that's the best way to do it. It always reminds me of the Blue Oyster Cult skit from SNL with Will Ferrell. Wilson gets into that one and hits it high and deep to right field. Center fielder drifts over and will get it. That'll end the inning for the Crabs. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We will head into the top of the 7th. 10-0 Crabs. You're listening to Excited Crabs Baseball on ESPN 103 or 107.3 FM ESPN Radio.
my friend showed me. Okay.
All right. Top of the 7th inning. Crabs leading by a comfortable 10-0
Not as
score.
comfortable as 11.
Not as comfortable as 11. It'll be, let's see. It'll be the bottom of the order. Lopez, Van Patten, and McTighe.
I think it's McTighe to lead things off, and then there'll be the back to the top with Timothy Smith.
Is that right? Really?
Yeah, 32 looks like he's on deck.
Looks like I missed a whole
I've got you.
half inning somehow. Oh well. So it's Smith to lead it off.
I'll tell you, you didn't miss
McTighe.
much.
Somehow I got.
Yeah. It's still 10-0, and Shelby got out of a bases loaded jam, and then we moved on. And
Coming to the plate from Peloteros.
Spencer Jacobs will be on the bump. New pitcher for the Crabs, number 34.
Oh, I have it right. Okay.
There we go.
Back time. All right. I'm all right.
You're good.
He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. So this is Spencer Jacobs.
First
And there's
pitch,
a high
ground
bounder
ball.
towards third. Throw to first. Got him. Went away. Nice play by.
When we were
Take
talking
it
about
away.
how it's mustache night here in the ballpark, we did have a vote the other night. We got the top 5 mustachioed Crabs.
How many crabs are mustachioed?
Well, we didn't know until I put the borders in place. And you couldn't have scruff. There could be no connectivity. It had to be an isolated stash.
Otherwise, it becomes a beard, right?
Yeah, no, you're out of play. You also had to know who Burt Reynolds was.
Does anybody know who did any of them know who Burt Reynolds was?
The 5 that got into the finals did. I'll
Wow,
tell you that
really?
much.
Wow. Here's Smith.
Freddie Mercury, too. If you could quote one of those. If you could quote Freddie Mercury or Burt Reynolds. We let Justin Dugan sneak in. He had a little chin music, but he did isolate his stash, so he got into the finals. We'll have more after the pitch.
1-0. Swung on and missed.
So it came down to, I believe, Antonio Nordman, Jack Novak, Cody Collins, Justin Dugan, and Jackson Kelly. We let him in. We counted his stash. That was more of a lifetime achievement award for him. You could tell he's really been channeling it and trying to get all of his energy into his stash. His sister, Madison, who works for the Crabs, did not approve. She doesn't think it's a stash. I said, you're just being a hater.
2-1 pitch. I thought you were going to say she had a stash, too.
No,
3-1.
She might tonight. They're handing them out for free. But the rules were you couldn't vote on yourself.
That makes sense.
These guys took it very seriously. Jack Novak came in second. Antonio Nordman received a vote.
3-1 in the dirt, and he walks him.
But ultimately, the champion of the summer of the stash was Cody Collins. And the staff apparently has conducted their own contest for tonight, so there might be multiple winners, which is always fine with me. More hardware to go around. But when we conducted our survey and we had our competition, the mustache night was not on the schedule. So I took things into my own hands.
Pitches in the dirt.
And it all came up because the pitchers hit batting practice and we misidentified Cody Collins' home run. Liam's very, very accountable for that. I appreciate that, Liam, but we'll have more after the pitch.
The 1-0 is hitting the air to right field. Rushing in and making the catch is Humphreys. Nice play.
But
Two
we
away.
had misidentified who hit the home run. And I was interviewing someone the next day, and Antonio Nordman, shout out to his mom, Teresa, who called us out for it, and rightfully so, said that he was kind of lingering around as I was interviewing someone else, and he's a pretty soft-spoken kid, but came up to me and said my mom was listening to the broadcast during the drive last night, and you guys said Cody hit the home run onto the 101, and it wasn't. It was me. And I said that's an honest mistake, but I started looking around. I'm like, there's a lot of mustaches out here. That's probably what the problem was.
Here's Wasselchuk. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the pitch, and he takes high and inside.
And then I realized that's not a problem. That's a great thing. And then I realized it's the summer of the stash. Hence the vote, hence the gathering of the top 5, hence the qualifications. It was very well vetted.
And 1-0. Strike on the outside
I think
corner.
it was very fair, and I think we already settled this. I think Cody Collins deserved it, as voted on by his other mustachioed teammates. But we will see who the Crab staff award it to tonight. And again, if it's a different winner, more trophies for everybody.
1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2, and the hat comes off.
Little head
Jacobs
whack
delivers
there
that
from
pitch.
Spencer Jacobs.
We had a pitcher last year. Every time he delivered, the pitch's hat would fall off. Who was that? That was either last year or the year before. Every pitch, his hat would fall off.
Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to think of who it was. That used to bother me so much when I would throw. If my hat was just a little too big.
The 1-2.
And it would slide or
Called strike 3.
Great job by Jacobs.
Via con Dios. And that ends the inning. No
Good
runs,
use of
no
your
hits,
Spanish.
no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 6.5, it's 10-zip Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
May all of your birthday wishes come true. Happy birthday.
Oh, we're already here.
Yeah.
We're going out to the ball game.
I forgot to stand up last game. I got to do it today.
Time to limber up your friends. The 7th inning stretch.
No, I'm going to pull something. I'm going to sit back down.
I'm tired.
We should do the Harry. All right, we are back. 7th inning stretch at the Arcata Ballpark with the Crabs up 10-0.
That was a good stretch. I got a good stretch, Em.
Second to last game of the season. It's been a fun season. A little bit disappointing maybe for the Crabs.
And my last game in the booth, I just want to thank you guys for having me up here. It's been an honor. The first time that I've gotten to sit down with the legend, the professor, and call a game with you. You've been abroad.
I've been.
Well, not abroad. I guess down south.
I've been. I didn't leave the northern hemisphere. I mean the North America. So. But yes, I have been abroad for a couple of weeks.
Had not had a chance to call a game with you. It's been a pleasure tonight.
It's been fun, huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Aaron Donaldson, who's listening at home. Keep on keeping on, brother.
Aaron will be here tomorrow.
It'll be Aaron, Liam, and me tomorrow.
Number 15, Daniel Osborne.
Finish out the season, and then 10 months of darkness.
Well, at least we have Lou's team to watch on rainy days to get us through the winter.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that. So the first batter for the Crabs is Osborne, and he takes a pitch high and inside, almost hit him.
It's a good one. It worked out really great having the filmmaker Connor Fitzgerald in town for Alumni Weekend in the final showing at the Minor Theater.
The 1-0 in the dirt.
I had a chance to interview him for about an hour Friday night. We had him up in the booth to talk about it for 2 innings on Saturday. And then me and him were chatting after the game, and he said, "Are you going to be here tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we talked baseball for 2 more hours the next day. So
nice.
Tarek Scooble's going to the Dodgers.
Sounds about right.
The count. Really, Tarek Scoobel went to the Dodgers, huh?
Check MLB on Fox's Instagram, bro.
Yeah,
Pitch
I
bounces up there,
don't
3-0.
know if a Stars going to the Dodgers is breaking news anymore. But
We're not going to have baseball next season because of this.
yeah, but they penciled them in for the World Series.
So bad.
Yeah, there's a pitch outside, ball 4. I got to see this for myself.
Well, and I was looking, and they're doing all these hypotheticals and trade packages, and
right.
he might go to the Brewers, and he could go to this,
in the
and
mix,
there's all these fun hypotheticals, and then no, of course not. The Dodgers got him. I can tell you one thing: he wasn't going to go to the Giants or the Angels.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
As a Giants fan, I was not holding out hope for that, so I'm not heartbroken, except for the fact that he went to the Dodgers.
Dude, there are too many Dodger fans up here. Probably would be like half.
And next pitch is low, 1-0 now with Osborne at first. Here's Chapman. He takes low.
So that's how it works, right? So you're just like, oh, Shohei's not going to throw for a little bit, so we're going to get the second best pitcher in baseball, and we'll just bring him in, and no biggie. We'll just turn the page.
The 1-0 runner goes. The pitch is in the dirt. Throw down to second.
He's there.
It was in time, but tag not applied. So
Short hop the throw there. Not the greatest jump, but a good job of getting in there. And Manoah in business now with a runner in scoring position yet again for the Crabs.
it's not on MLB. They haven't announced it yet.
It's on MLB on Fox's Instagram.
Yeah, but that's Fox. That's not news.
Shots fired.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch.
Well,
This
and
is outside,
ESPN
3-0.
used to be the worldwide leader. Now they show videos of people pulling their trucks through rivers and on the Sports Center website. And I'm like, I guess this is sports? They're like, look at this tundra.
3-0 the count. And there's a strike. Nope, called it a ball.
Well, and
Down
here's the
low.
thing. Everyone can hate on the Dodgers, but what people don't realize is there doesn't have to be a mid-market in the MLB. Every single one of these teams is owned by a billionaire.
That's right,
With
yeah.
a B.
Yeah.
So if
That's
you
true.
want to be an owner and you want to compete, then you got to go out and you got to start spending like the Dodgers.
That's right, yeah.
And if you don't, then the Dodgers are going to Dodger.
Well, and the other thing is the Dodgers always have a really good farm system.
They've got the best, and
They have a ton of homegrown players.
and they've always been out in front as far
Yeah.
as the international scene as
That's
well,
right,
with
yeah.
Valenzuela and Mondesi and a lot
Absolutely.
of the Dominican players. They brought up both Pedro Martinez and his brother.
Absolutely.
And then they cracked the Japan market, obviously, better than everybody else. So you got to give credit where it's due, but they also get creative. They find ways to defer payments. They find ways to expand the salary cap. And
Yeah.
the bottom line is, if you're a billionaire that owns a baseball team and you want to play against the Dodgers, then you need to start being a
Gotta spend
billionaire
money, yeah.
that owns a baseball
Their
team.
best player might have gambled on baseball.
That was his Liam. Come on.
There's zero evidence that that's true.
Liam's
There's zero evidence of it not happening.
Well, there's zero evidence that you didn't gamble either. And that one's up against the fence and bounces. Coming around third, here comes Osborne to score. That's a stand-up double for Harrington.
Harrington stays hot, and had to get past the first baseman there. Had to make sure that he's so fast. He had to make sure the runner in front of him was actually advancing. So it got kind of confusing out between first and second. Now they're laughing about it, but he gets to second nonetheless. A run scores. Now we have that cozy 12-run lead that we were waiting on, so that we can sit back and rest a little bit. 10-0 was kind of suspenseful for the professor, but I think he's feeling better about things now.
I have 11-0. Here's Areola. Homered, singled, reached on an error, flied to right. Here's the pitch. And that almost hit him inside.
Well, we also have to call out or shout out the Tampa Bay Rays, who somehow compete without spending money, but have also provided all the top teams that spend the most money with their front office. Their lineage with the Red Sox and the Dodgers, they all used to work for the Rays.
1-0. High in the air to right field.
Did he do it again?
Going back, still going back, looking up.
He did it again.
Adios, muchacho. 3-run home run for Areola. Second one of the night.
Third of the season, I told you he'd been heating up. And stays hot here. I wouldn't say that was a no-doubter, but it felt right off the bat.
I have 14-0. I'm missing a run somewhere. I have 14 runs.
It's 14 or 15.
I have 14.
It's 14-0.
It's 14-0.
I mean, let's.
And they're going to bring in somebody. Who knows who's left out there?
It's
But
the guy off the street.
they're
They
ma-
got
yeah.
him a uniform, and
I saw him at Wildberries
he was
earlier.
walking by.
Yeah.
So that's going to end it for Olsen. And with the Crabs up 14-0, we'll see a new pitcher. Let's go back to the studio and thanks a few of our sponsors. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. All right. Do we have a number? We have a name on this picture?
Number 36.
36. And let's see. He should be on his. He should be on here somewhere.
I should have asked him when I saw him at Wildberries.
They have 0 people on there.
No. New signee. They have added 3 or 4 players in the last
Oh wait, maybe he's one of those players.
day or so.
Yes, this is Houston Grigsby.
Okay, so, and he does not inherit a good situation here. Nobody out and Adam Minyard coming to the plate. So welcome to the big time, big guy. He gets to face.
Well, at least there's nobody on.
Yeah, home runs can be a rally killer, right? Yeah. But he gets Inyard.
So here's Enyart. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a double. 14-0 Crabs.
Some of the bubbles from the home run still trickling up into the booth.
Fastball misses high and outside.
We're not going to have a season next year because of that team.
The 1-0. Check swing. He went around 1-1.
Paul Skeen's still a Pirate. Just trying to find a silver lining.
There is that.
You know, it's not, everything's not lost. The Dodgers haven't gotten him yet.
2-1 fastball. I remember this whole conversation about the Yankees in the 70s. Same thing. The Yankees were going to ruin baseball because they were hiring Catfish Hunter. And
Well, spend your money, billionaires.
2-1 misses outside. 3-1.
Stop complaining and spend. If you're going to be an owner, anything worth doing is worth doing right. That's a drop in the hat for you. Go out and compete.
Well, I think a lot of them. I mean, I can't prove this about the Giants, but I get the impression that the Giants just shoot for mediocrity every year because they know they're going to fill that park no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and so what's the point of spending a ton of money?
But they are generating money, so why don't you spend the money?
Yeah. But, you know, I think that's the thing is why bother if.
And the troubles continue for the Peloteros. Enyart walks here. That'll bring up Everett Johnson.
Johnson is
2. He has 2 hits. He has a single and a home run.
2-for-4. He's been on base 4 times. So Enyart over at first. And the pitch misses low.
You know, I'm going to jinx him right now, but the umpires had a decent zone tonight.
He's been pretty good.
You know,
yeah, he's been very. He has not had very many bad calls at all.
And he'll let me know tomorrow.
And the ones where he was wrong were close. They weren't egregious.
Yeah,
Next pitch misses outside.
we'll talk about it when he sees me down by the dugout. They always find me. I don't know how they know it's me. I try to stay pretty under the radar, and you know, with the media that I'm involved in, my face isn't out there a lot, but they tend to identify me somehow. I even wear my glasses, hoping not.
2-0. Popped high in the air. And it's going to be drops because Harrington had no idea where it was. And Osborne had to rush in on it and couldn't get to it.
I can't imagine there being more time to get to a fly ball than that.
I think Osborne thought Harrington had it, and at the last second, Harrington just kind of threw up his hands, having lost it in the light. So,
When that was like a really good punt, like the hang time on that. The ball was in the air for a really long time, and somehow nestles for the Crabs.
Lopez. I think that the center fielder Buford thought Lopez had the wrong.
Yeah, the other one thought the other one, and it's pretty clear they weren't on the same page there. But
so here's Humphreys. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Sometimes you have just too much time to think about stuff. Maybe that was it. But that ball,
I could just see at the last second Lopez just had no idea.
That ball might have hit the jumbotron at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. That thing was up there forever, and
sure
then
was
somehow nestled right in shallow center.
Well, and with the breeze too, it just seemed like it carried out there. Next pitch is low, 2-0.
And doesn't get any easier. Kyron Humphrey steps to the dish. 3 home runs last night. Hasn't gotten it going tonight, but you know that means he's due. And this pitcher not getting any help from the defense, and he's had a walk, so. Oof.
Just got a piece of it. He's lucky.
Healthy hack from Humphreys.
Pitcher that he didn't make solid contact on that. That was right over the heart of the plate. That was right down the middle.
Yeah, Humphreys will take a little bit of a walk here to shake that one off, because he knows that was one he could have gotten into right there.
The 2-1. Ooh, a big swing and a miss on a fastball up, 2-2.
Those are tough because they seem so hittable because they're up towards your eye level.
It seems like those are the hardest pitches.
Yeah, so it looks like a beach ball, but it's also way above your bat path. So if you're punching with that top hand and trying to get the barrel through the zone, that is not in the zone.
And he steps off now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about the runner on second base right now.
Really.
But it's good, you know, he's competing.
2-2 the count. A look out at second, and here's the pitch. Strike 3
man.
Called on the outside
that
corner,
was in fact
right
a strike.
on the black. And that's it for Humphreys. That's the 4th strikeout for Humphreys tonight.
Good spot from their pitcher.
That was
We haven't been able to say that
good
too
pitch.
much, so when we have a chance, we're gonna say it. Good shot from 3-6 out there.
Here's Pickett, 2 for 4.
Liam's still reeling about the Scooble acquisition. I'm sure the Dodgers sent him something in return.
Fly ball to center field. 2 away. No advance.
But like the professor was saying, having that deep farm system, having that great farm system, and then also being the most competitive in free agency allows you to do stuff like this. And people just got to step up and copy them and start spending money and use them as a blueprint.
So here's Wilson. He's 1 for 4.
Yeah, that great single up the middle a couple innings ago, right back at the pitcher's feet.
Takes a strike right down the middle.
Always love when they go right back up the middle. That's how you know they've got a good approach and they're
Right
seeing
over
it well.
the mound and over the bag.
Well,
The 0-1. In the air to center field.
I think that'll do it.
And Buford has got it, and that'll end the inning. For the Crabs, they get what? 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors. And 2 left. And at the end of 7, the Crabs lead 14-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
For alcohol, but also time to find out who's our winner in today's 50-50. Those that invested get
I still haven't put it on MLB. You got a shout out? We are back. Top of the 8th inning. 14-0 Crabs. 14 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Crabs. No runs, 6 hits, 5 errors for the Peloteros. Not particularly competitive games these last 2 nights.
But we're throwing up zeros, and what that meant for us when I was pitching was that the pitchers might get batting practice tomorrow. If you threw a shutout when I was playing, the pitchers got pitchers batting practice. And Spencer Jacobs has been, speaking of, working on his swing in the batting cages. We've seen Cody Collins and Antonio Nordman put a charge into some baseballs. So we'll see, especially late in the season, if Jocko surprises them / rewards them with that pitcher's beeps. But we got to get the job done first.
Here's Miller. He's 0 for 3.
Coming to bat for the Peloteros, number 2, Rain Miller. Once again, last call underway. Last call for alcohol underway, folks.
And the pitch. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
The great Tobin Tolis, the morning host of K-Hum Radio, Toby in the morning, in the ballpark, giving us a wave. Always good to see him out here.
1-0. Try to hold up, and that's a strike, 1-1.
Good friend of mine and a big Crabs fan. Got to a lot of games this year, and we get to talk about it once a week, and that's always fun. 30 minutes goes by really quick when you're talking baseball with your friends.
1-1, misses outside, 2-1.
The crowd has not disappeared. They're still here.
Well,
they've stuck around.
They're going to bail now because we just called it 50-50.
That's what it was.
2-2.
Yeah.
Swing on a miss, strike 3.
Last call on 50-50 will do that to you.
Yeah,
You know,
they
you might-
called the 50-50. It's over.
Now they're going to go beat the traffic.
1 away. Yes, can beat the traffic. I was going to say last time you mentioned that when I was a kid growing up in L.A., my great Aunt Charlotte would go to baseball Dodger games, and she always left at the 8th inning. It didn't matter what the score was.
It's hard to even get to the Dodgers game by the 1st inning, so sometimes people go for like 3 innings.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
To see this very expensive team that now has Tarek Skubal on it.
Number 41,
They're never late to a World Series game, though.
We're going to have a pinch hitter for Ruggiero. This is Johnson.
So they do have a little bit of depth as far as hitters go. I don't know where we're at pitching-wise with them. But they're piecing it together, and we're still playing baseball, and that's good news.
Of a kind.
Depends on what your bedtime is.
Here's the pitch. 1, this is outside, 1-1. Krusty Krab making his appearance for the second to last time this season. I'm sure we'll see Krusty tomorrow before he heads off to Tahiti for the
Is that where he spends his off seasons?
I think he's down in some of those islands
sure,
down
that
there in
makes
the
sense.
Bahamas. 1-1 pitch.
I was going to ask
2-1.
Aaron. He's been doing his if this is a real crab or a dastardly imposter, as he said. He button hooked me with the hermit crab, telling me a hermit crab is not an actual crab the other night. So I went 2 for 4. Liam got the one last night right.
2-1 is in the dirt.
My question is, Krusty a real crab? Kind of a trick question. I'm sure Aaron's probably Googling that right now. Krusty's height changes every game, and I
Well,
think
the other thing is most crabs don't wear tennis shoes.
yeah.
3-1 the count, so there's that.
well, that's just the barometer, man.
Yeah.
Not a confirmed dastardly imposter, though.
3-1 misses inside.
Shoes have never been a qualifier, but they have entered the chat.
Well, bipedalism is generally not associated with being a crustacean either.
This is what I love about calling games with professors.
I mean,
I'm
last
just up
time
here to call
you
baseball
saw a crab
games.
walking on 2 legs. I mean, it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one that is not a professor. Liam, Liam's not a professor either. Okay, cool. So we're good. I'm not alone.
Here's the pitch, and it's low. 1-0. So runner at first, 1 away for the Peloteros.
I like to think that I have my own wealth of knowledge. It's just not as useful as you guys do.
Well, if we're talking about baseball, it's more.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Has a grounder over to first, He's going to go to second for the force, and nicely done.
Good job
they get the
there.
force at first.
And
That
that's
was a nice
tough play. Yeah. Tough play by Harrington there with the runner coming on. Everett Johnson did a good job of getting that ball over to second base, kind of threw it to the wrong side of the bag, but Harrington, being as athletic and spry as he's been all year, gets across the bag, avoids the runner, does the smart thing, knows he didn't have the shot at first base, and just took what he could get and moved on.
I thought sure that Johnson was going to take it to the bag instead, but threw a bullet over to second.
So this just in, breaking news from Aaron Donaldson. Krusty is a Dungeness crab, which is a true crab.
Here's the
I did
pitch.
not know the lineage.
This is inside.
Thank you, Aaron. I don't know how we identified that. Dungeness crabs apparently wear tennis shoes and are bipeds.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm suspicious of his identification here. The 0-1 out up against the screen. 0-2.
I wonder if you're a Dungeness crab, if you're required to wear like New Balance, or if you can wear whatever shoes you want. Now we're getting deeper into it.
And the other thing is he walks forward rather than sideways. I mean,
yeah, there are some questions there.
The 0-2. And the next pitch, high and outside, 1-2.
Aaron did mention that Dungeness crabs are referred to as the wonder of the sea. Maybe all crabs in general, but that's got us wondering about being a biped and wearing tennis shoes. But in any event,
he may represent an evolutionary leap in the lineage.
Yep. Nike might want to get on that.
1-2. Oh, called
great
strike 3.
spot.
Happy trails. Inning over.
Good job by Jacobs.
Peloteros failed to score. Crabs lead 14-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
That would be a big trade.
Yeah. All right, we're back in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Crabs. Osborne, Chapman, and Harrington. The Crabs are up by 14. Count them, 14 runs.
Still a chance here for the Peloteros.
It's the greatest thing about baseball.
Well, there's no clock on this game.
Nope.
Unless you're staring at it constantly when it's 14-0. But
That's right.
Ozzy away from the fans. Pitch for the belt.
And Osborne takes a pitch low. Want to know the count?
And the hecklers still heckling.
It's 14-0. You know,
Got to give them a break.
Come on.
They only got so many games left, though. They got to
1-0.
get it in.
Sign outside 2-0. There's a few teams where it doesn't matter. You know, Healdsburg, yeah. It's not enough to beat him. We have to humiliate him on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Peloteros, come on.
Give him a break.
2-0, misses way outside, 3-0. Redding comes over here to play, definitely.
Although if he would catch the ball, it would help his cause.
Yeah, see, that's mean.
Yep.
2-0. Misses high. And that was 3-0, and that's a walk.
We've been talking about this the last couple nights. I don't know where all the dust from the catcher's gloves are coming from. If they're just rubbing it in the dirt.
I don't know. Yeah, that was like a cloud of dust.
Yeah,
after that pitch.
these guys are definitely not throwing smoke, you know. It makes for great pictures for Matt Filar, I'll tell you that much. But what's with the dust? I'd get to the bottom of it, but I don't care that much. So I'm just going to leave it alone.
Here's the pitch, and that's in the dirt, 1-0. So Osborne over at first. It's 14-0 Crabs. I don't know if he's going to be going anywhere, although the Crabs generally don't worry about the score.
Yeah, let's see. It'd probably be a station-to-station situation, I would think, right here.
I would guess, yeah.
Unless they want to scoot this along and they think he might get thrown out.
Really, yeah. The 1-0 fouled up against the screen.
Is there a sign to say get a bad jump and get thrown out?
Or
he gives them the kind of jog steal sign, just like don't steal, just shoplift. You know.
Yeah, there's a lefty warming up in the pen for the Crabs. I don't know who that is.
It's got to be either Dugan
now
or
ball
Olsen.
got away from the bullpen.
Adam Inyart does it all. Look at him. Comes out, gets the foul ball.
Look at that.
Just adding to his collection of things that he does for the team.
1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Manoa went yard his first time up just to get things going for the Crabs.
And they have never looked back. There's
Nope.
a fastball on the inside, 2-1.
I believe they have a rearview mirror. They just have not used it tonight.
That's right. A 2-1 now. He looks to runner back to first. I guess it's better than pitching at home.
Yeah, and the pace has kind of come to a crawl here.
1 and 2. High and outside.
I don't know. There's not much to think about. Like, let's just
I know.
get on the bump, dude. And
Yeah, throw the pitch, man.
Yep.
3-1 to count to Chapman. Osborne at first, having drawn a walk. And
now the umpire wants to keep us here.
What that was about.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So they look at each other, they wink at each other, and here we go from the belt.
The 3-1 fouled up against the screen. 3-2.
The umpire does not have reservations anywhere after the game. Down to hang out. Have some baseball.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, so back-to-back walks here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that really pushes the excitement to the brink here.
And the pitcher's looking at the dugout, and they're like, no, it's all you, bud. He keeps looking over there. It's like, no, this is your game. Go get him.
So here's Harrington.
And Liam Forsythe getting his first at bat of the summer. This is so fun to see. He's been rehabbing. Yeah, well, yes. Thank you, Liam, for correcting me. He went down on a swing months ago. Didn't know if I've seen him down there working very, very hard with Nate Keys every day. I am so excited for this.
So Liam Forsythe takes a pitch outside, 1, and I don't remember when he got hurt. That was so early in the season, wasn't it?
I think it was like the second week or so, and he buckled on a swing, and they didn't think he had a shot at getting back. But he's been working at it very hard all summer.
The 1-0 fouled out of play.
And his teammates want this so bad for him right now. You can see everybody's gotten to the top step. Kavana Soares leading the charge as always. But it's so good to see Liam in the batter's box right now.
A ball and a strike to Forsythe. Osborne at second, Chapman at first. And the pitch is low and away, 2-1.
And he was out of eligibility, so there wasn't a school for him to go back to in rehab. And he was a returning crab who's roommates with Cavanosaurus and Adam Enyart. So why not stay up here and hang out with your boys and rehab here?
Yeah. Just 2-1, way outside, 3-1.
And like I said, it's just been really, really getting after it and committed to it. And I didn't think there was a shot for him to get back, so this is just so good to see. Such a good kid.
3 balls and 1 strike to count. And the next pitch. And he reaches out and slaps it over to first base. Throw to second for 1. That's all they're going to get.
Got down the line pretty well there, too.
So Forsythe hits into the fielder's choice. Chapman out. 3-6 on the play. Osborne goes to third. And with 1 away.
And I thought they might pinch run for Liam here.
Looks like they're thinking about it. Yep, they are going to pinch run for him. So that's, is that Boardman out there? That's.
Attaboy, Leo! Being embraced by his teammates. Love to see it.
So Joe Fagan out to run, actually.
Next up, number 35, Jason Arriola.
So here's Arriola.
That was cool.
2 homers tonight, a single. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
And a class move by Giacomini there for a kid that's worked so hard.
And that's hammered down the right field line.
Arriola
That's
staying
gonna
hot.
Drop. Another
My
run's going to
goodness.
score. On his way to third is Fagan. It's 15-0 Crabs. And
What a
that
night for Jason
is
Arriola.
the 4th hit of the night.
But yeah, a real cool move from Jocko. And a testament to the hard work that Liam's put in. That was great.
Next up, number 16, Adam Enyart.
So runners on the corners with 1 out, a run in. Here's Enyart. And he fouls 1 out of play. Enyart tonight has doubled, singled, walked a couple of times, and flied to center.
I think I want another Yardie party before the summer's over.
And that's
That'll
to hit it
work.
down the right field line. Caught
Oh.
by the right fielder.
That'll
That's
score
gonna
a run,
score
though.
the run. Sacrifice fly for Enyart. 16-0
If we get to
Crabs.
20, do we all get like free tacos or something?
We get nothing.
I don't know how that works.
No, we get to stay.
There's
longer,
no
is what we
taco,
get.
no tacos. All right, well, worth asking.
You get nothing.
We get,
Except,
you'll have nothing and you'll like it.
so here's Johnson. He is 3 for 5 with a home run. $16-0 Crabs. 16 runs on 16 hits. Pitch misses high, 1-0.
I'm continuing to get updated crab information from Aaron Donaldson. Always staying on top of it for us. A lot to digest. A lot of information. Just a wealth of knowledge.
Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Let's see if Johnson can stay hot here.
1-1, high and outside, 2-1.
They're really giving the catcher some heat down there. I don't know what he did to them, but whatever it was. Maybe he's just the closest one. Sometimes
I think
that's
he's just the closest.
That's the hardest thing about being a catcher is you're the closest in earshot, you know.
2-1. Hit in the air, foul territory, first base side. Smith in
Ranges.
foul territory is
Yep.
under it, and he's got it. And that's out number 3. The Crabs get 2 more runs on 1 hit, And they lead 16-0 at the end of at the end of 8. Stay tuned. Last shot for the Peloteros coming up. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Yikes. All right, left-hander Justin Dugan on the mound to close it off for the Crabs. In the top of the 9th inning, they lead 16-0.
I was taking a look down there in the Peloteros dugout to see if they had put on their rally caps. It doesn't look like there's any rally cap movement as of yet, Professor.
Yeah.
We'll see if they're saving it.
Hope for tomorrow.
We'll see. We will see.
Maybe you can roll that kind of thing over.
I wouldn't want to roll anything about tonight over.
Yeah, really. The errors, the.
Riverside from Elk Grove, California, number 6, Justin
So
Dugan.
Van Patten, McTee, and Smith to bat.
Dugan's done really well his last couple outings. He's coming in some mop-up situations. Has come in some big situations. I like his pace. I like the way he gets on the mound. I like the way he makes the hitter, how he's waiting on the hitter to get in the box, and he's not going to mess around and walk around the mound and rub the ball up and everything like that. He's going to come right after
That's
you.
why I like a guy who gets the ball, pitches the ball.
Yep. Justin Dugan's got a great pace. So does Jack Novak.
Here's the pitch, and looked like a breaking pitch that missed outside, 1-0.
I don't think I've seen Justin Dugan leave the dirt area around the mound. I think he just stays there and is like, let's go.
Yeah, get the ball, throw the ball. That's cool. Next pitch,
Good
check
spot.
swing. That's a strike, 1-1. Van Patten tonight is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Olsen, too. Olsen's had a great pace the other night.
And that's in the dirt.
And as long as you're throwing strikes, you want to maintain that pace. Sometimes guys get too rushed, and there's a difference between pitching with pace and confidence and guys that are rushing themselves.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You know, but he's pitched with confidence, and look at that. He's on the mound ready to go again.
2-1 the count. Yeah, the next pitch is down low, 3-1. I guess outside, 3-1.
Is the hitter wearing a hoodie?
Looks like he is.
I don't know what to say about baseball fashion anymore.
3-1 is fouled away, so that brings the count full. And that's ball 4. So leadoff walk for Van Patten.
Kind of toying around with a lot of breaking balls right now. For me, it's like fastballs
Absolutely.
until they start
Until
ripping
they-
your
yeah,
fastball,
so
and then
until they can hit it.
they have not proven to be able to do that in really any kind of capacity
No
tonight.
point in
so
trying to get cute out there right
yeah,
now.
just strike one, baby. Strike one. Come right after him. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone here.
Big swing and a miss there on a fastball down. 0-1. This is Van Patten who. No, wait. This is McTee who is 0 for 3. Fouled out of play.
Now the fans are starting to trickle out.
Yep. There's an
Good
advantage
job.
to being part of the riffraff, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Next pitch misses, is fouled away, 0-2.
Dugan doing a good job of getting ahead here, just like we were talking about. Just go right after him. 9-on-1 right here. Make him beat you.
The 0-2, fouled away.
A foul ball sponsored by Wild Planet.
Count remains 0-2. Runner at first. 16-0 Crabs in the top of the 9th inning. And he hits him with that one.
And, you know, we got ahead 0-2. And that's like the worst thing you could
This
do.
just seems
right?
like a habit all year with the Crabs. They just,
It's kind of been our Achilles heel,
yeah,
definitely.
they get a lead, and then 8th, 9th inning, they just suddenly can't find home plate.
Well, and it's fine because it's 16-0 tonight, but we've done this in close games too.
Yeah. But I do remember one night we had like a 10-run lead, and they gave up like 7 runs or something. It
That's
was
the worst.
ridiculous.
I'm going to knock on wood right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Strike one, go right after him. You get a ground ball to second here, you're in business.
Fastball
There we go.
in there for a strike right on the outside corner. 0-1 now to Smith, who is 2 for 3 tonight.
And the Crabs playing really good defense tonight. No errors. Let your guys play. They've made some great plays. They've made some smart plays. And we're
There's one
0-2
fouled
again.
out of play, 0-2. So let's see if they can put him away
Yeah, let's not hit him. That'd be cool.
or walk him on 8 pitches.
I was going to say, if you're going to do it, just do it. Actually, if you're going to walk him, just hit him, whatever.
The 0-2 fouled away.
Nice pitch, though, from Dugan.
Nice pitch and a good job by Smith to hang in there and foul it away.
Yeah, let's do like 5 walks in a row.
The 0-2 way high.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't break
1
it,
and
right?
2.
Like, you've been throwing your fastball. You've been getting ahead and getting by him with your fastball. Just throw a fastball right here.
The 1-2.
There you go.
Swung on a miss, blew it right by him.
You know, that's
Works
what I'm
wonders,
talking
does-
about,
Works
right?
wonders, doesn't
And
it?
throwing fastballs for a strike. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that seems shocking how well that works.
Yeah.
So here's Floyd, 0 for 3.
And we're one pitch away, guys. If he throws a fastball for a strike here, gets a ground ball, we could be high-fiving each other and headed home.
No, that's in the dirt.
Still liking Dugan's pace. Doesn't seem rattled. Doesn't seem like he's out in front of himself.
The 1-0 fouled away.
Evens things up. One's all over the board, except in the scoring column for the Peloteros.
It's a big fat 0 out there.
Lots of them. 8 of them.
First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Tapped foul.
And again, getting ahead, throwing that fastball. I'm throwing one right at his belt right here.
Absolutely.
Just a heater right
Challenge
at the batter's
fastball.
belt.
Hit it or
Yep.
don't. Hit it. Great. The 1-2.
Yep, there it
Fastball
was.
in, and he fouls it out onto F Street. Ooh, that just missed hitting a car driving down F Street. It may have even hit it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard strip for Ubers out there. You know, you're like, I'm going to be on this road for about 4 seconds. Please, 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 please.
The 1-2. This is outside. 2-2.
Would you rather get hit out on F Street or on the 101? That's the question.
Yeah. 2-2. Swung on and
There
missed.
it is. Good
2
change
away.
up there. Bottom dropped right out of it, and we are 1 out away, folks.
Peloteros down to their last out. It's going to be up to Wasselchuk.
Next up, number 25, Andrew Wasselchuk.
That Wascally Chuck.
Hopefully he doesn't go wassailing right
2
now.
for 4.
We talked about it earlier. As much as I love wassailing, I would not like that in this situation right now.
It'd be a strange thing to do in this situation.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses.
That was
Low.
a close one. It was low, but
Very close. Good take. The 1-0. Ooh, he
Yes,
tried
he
to hold
did.
up on a fastball away and couldn't do it.
good job there not to even check down to the first baseman.
No, I mean, yeah.
make the call, you know.
No reason to do that. That was obvious. 1-1.
My favorite's when they check out to the second base umpire because he has a great look.
1-1 misses Lone away. I was watching clips yesterday on my Facebook page. I have like Major League Baseball history or something, and
Yeah.
it was a clip of a World Series game where the batter just like obviously went around. I mean, he
Yeah.
he
like a
almost
full-
lost the
full-
bat,
yeah.
and they called it a check swing. 2-1,
Yes, that was a strike.
and
Testing check swing challenges in AAA.
that misses out 2-2.
Sounds about right. Well, no, it
Yeah.
happened the other night, and it was as if the umpire forgot there was an umpire at first because there was an umpire at first to check with, and he checked out to the guy at second, and I was like, what are you doing?
2-2.
Count it.
Oh, come on, man.
That was a perfect pitch.
That's right on the inside corner at the knees, and he
Yeah.
called it a ball.
You
3-2.
gotta do the dance right there, Blue. Got to do the dance right
That was
there.
a strike,
that
too.
was a
That
strike.
wasn't even a, yeah. I mean, we're not asking for a
Russell
gift.
Chuck lives to see another day,
3-2.
at least another pitch.
Van Patten at second, McTee at first. Crabs fans want it. We all want it. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and he walks him to load the bases. Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, I love it.
Bases loaded for Miller.
I
He's 0 for 4.
You know, we're going to miss this when it's gone, so let's soak it up.
we can print that out and post it on the wall.
In 2 days, we won't have umpires to complain about or games to spend 4 hours at, and we'll be thinking about this in January.
Jackson, text that to me.
And the pitch is a fastball that misses inside, 1-0.
A polite request from one of the fans for a strike. That was cordial.
That was Matt Filer down there. The 1-0. Off his leg and out towards second base. That's going to plate a run as
Oh,
everybody's
no.
going to be safe.
We'll
And
go
so
check on him, but that's gonna rule out pitcher's batting practice, guys.
That was hit right off his shin. And that makes it 16-1.
I haven't seen the trainers out there. I think Giacomini just going out to slow things down a little bit.
Bases remain loaded for Johnson, who came in as a pinch hitter.
Good job of blocking that, though, by Dugan. I guess.
Good job getting hit by that line drive.
It was a good save.
Way to put your body in
Yeah.
front.
It was, you know.
Way to not get out of the way. All right. Here's Johnson. Base is still loaded. 1-2 away. Here's the pitch. Oh,
Ooh.
and that hit him. 16-2 Crabs. I think there's something in the water, in the drinking fountains out in the bullpen or something. Or out in the...
Peloteros still no rally hats. I can confirm they have not gotten their rally caps on yet.
So here's Buford. He is 0 for 4. Bases loaded, 2 runs in.
There's been no juju tied to this. No rally hats, no rally monkeys, no rally bells. This is just all organic.
Here's the pitch, and that's a
Strike
strike on the
one.
outside corner, only about 3 feet off the plate.
Strike one.
Now he calls it a strike.
Oh, man. We'll take it.
The 0-1. Oh, boy. Way outside, 1-1. I just feel like, you know, I went away and I've come back and it's
Everything's the same.
nothing has changed.
It's home.
1-1, and he bounces that one up there. No advance by any of the runners. 2-1.
Your seat was still warm when you got here.
I mean, I swear it's some kind of viral infection or there's something going on.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to. It is still only 9:30. So we're making good time, considering
And there goes the
18 runs and 5 errors.
2-1
And
the count.
3-hour game. Now it's going to be 3 hours and 45 minutes.
And
That's a strike.
There's a strike
Thank goodness.
on the outside corner. And now, once again, the Peloteros down to their last strike.
Deuce is wild here. Hopefully it goes our way.
Wasselchuk at third, Miller at second, Johnson at first. 2 outs.
F and A
16 to 2
Cotton.
Crabs. Here's the pitch. And
Yeah,
he hits it
yeah.
out to second base.
Yep.
And he boots
No.
it, of course. Absolutely. No question. And that's going to play 2 runs on an error. It had to have an error. I mean, there just had to be an error. There's no way we were going to get out of this inning now
Oh, my goodness.
without an error. I mean, this is,
What do they say in dodgeball? F and A Cotton, F and A.
I mean,
Liam's blaming the Dodgers. Our pets'
you
heads
can't
are falling off.
You can't blame the Dodgers. This happens almost every game. Every game I've been to this season, this has happened. I was waiting for the error.
Next up, number 1.
So runners on the corners now, 16 to 4 in favor of the
We're going to get a
Crabs.
note up from the booth that says, "Welcome back, Benjamin," from the Crabs.
Unbelievable.
You need to like clean out the
Here's the pitch
like head thing.
outside,
Can't do that right now.
1-0.
Well, they're gonna let him go. There's nobody warming up down there. But he's 1 pitch away.
He's been 1 pitch away a few times.
He got the ground ball he wanted right
Yes.
there.
Someone has to catch it, though. Here's the 1-0. Runner goes, and no contest, so he's out at second now. Okay, so second and third, 2 outs. 1-1 now to Lopez, who's 0 for 2.
Yep.
Oh, he tried to hold up on it and couldn't do it.
And we're back.
1-2.
And
Once
we're
again,
back.
The Peloteros. So
You said this last time, Brandon.
time for another
And
error.
we're back. Here we go.
Time for an error on the outfield this time, or maybe a hit batter. We'll see.
I got a good feeling about this one.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Count remains 1-2. I mean, before anything happens, this guy has to foul off at least 8 or 9 pitches.
Yeah, he's going to battle here.
Yeah. And then
It's a bold strategy. Let's see how it works for him.
I can see, a hit batter or a 12-pitch walk or 1-2. And the pitch.
Ah! Do the
Called
dance. There
strike
it
3,
is.
and that ends the ball game.
I told you I had a good feeling.
Umpire finally had enough. And that ends it as the Crabs win it. Final score 16 to 4. 16 runs, 15 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 errors for the Peloteros. What's the Crabs record now? We are 38-6 on the season, and 1 more game left before the end of Crabs baseball tomorrow at 12:30.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
That's been a lot of fun. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot.
And for me, I will see you guys next season as far as the booth goes.
All right. Till
Thank
then, Benjamin Schaefer along with Brandon Dixon. Thanks for listening. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.